All right, hello everybody. My name is Yukio, returning to. Wow, I had the stream audio on. Oops. Returning for Get Good Gambit number 6. I'm here with my co-commentator and partner Taiga, who's won a past Gambit. How are you doing today, Taiga?
I'm doing great. How are we feeling about this bracket, Yukio?
I'm looking at it. Looking at this bracket, we have a bunch of hitters. People coming from all the way around in the beginner scene. All right. First match of Get Good Gambit number 6, we have the SLUDGE on A.B.A versus the Manatwan on Slayer. Bursting out here pretty fast, not wanting to let the SLUDGE get anything started. Gets the 2K into the tilt, gets the Donzai run up to the extension, gets the tilt and breaks the wall.
Insane pressure off the start by the SLUDGE, as we see from Runstar going in with the Jealous Rage, putting them into some mix. Going for some more good neutral overall. But Slayer's doing a good job with the FDing, just trying to keep A.B.A out, baiting out the meter.
Big whiff on the command grab there. Look at this extension with all the meter. Gets 100 rage on their side, but the Manatwan does get burst back. Decides not to use it off that DP. Big cross up from the SLUDGE, and it ends up getting the first round of this match.
Donzai, what an ability, isn't it?
Oh,
just being able to armor through everything.
My favorite move here, going in for more 5Ks, really wanting to establish neutral and get this mixed presence on board. Has the 50 meter to continue, and look at this rage management mounting.
Oh, good block, burst on, good block on the burst there for the Slayer. And now we're going into Mixed City here with all these pile bunkers.
Ooh, it's a big loops off. Look at that damage.
Great 2P there.
Gets the reversal super to send through the wall. Hard knockdown coming out here. Uses the YRC, doesn't want to get mixed up. The Master's Hammer and the 2S trade. Who wins the SLUDGE? And A.B.A is just premium health, helping edge out the Manatwan there. But Manatwan doing some great things, especially those loops. It seems like they got these conversions down on pat. What do you think that the Manatwan can do better to really adapt in this next round, Taiga?
Honestly, I'd really like to see some more Master's Hammer mix, possibly, along with being able to dash in between, and you can kind of cross up and make them guess a lot more on which side you're going to be on.
Exactly. This matchup is very volatile for both characters, both of them doing not only a lot of damage, but having a way to really enforce their pressure with, like you said, with the Manatwan being able to do these Master's Hammer setups, but this backdash 6JH really gets us into a great position. The SLUDGE feels like they have to use that burst to not get caught up in big damage. Manatwan uses burst right back. It's a trade of resources.
Yeah, let's see who'll come out on top of this. So far, it's got to be A.B.A favored being in the rage, but your rage is running out now, so what are you going to do?
Stuck in this corner, Manatwan just applying this damage on Thick, has the RC into the cross-up pile bunker wall sticks, and is able to get the round with a 5P.
Great stuff coming out by Slayer there.
Looks for the backdash on the round star, wanting to stay patient and not let the SLUDGE get anything started. Great backdash on their part, but look at this 5H tilt into the record and push into the corner. Has to de-uninstall though, doesn't want to get stuck in some crazy mix again, but gets hit by the 2K and we're pushing through the wall.
We're in the corner now, what are you going to do to defend against this? YRC is the option, it seems.
Flex shield coming out from Manatwan doesn't really work out how they would expect. Has 50 meter on their side. Look at the empty jump. 2K is able to finish the round with a damaging Donzai.
Great stuff. That's what we like to see. Getting that low into Donzai.
Big 2H coming out from Manatwan, but doesn't really amount to the pressure you want. It's the follow-up that they get after. Counter hit, close slash next to the wall. This Slayer is building this red bar, and they get a hard knockdown to boot.
What are you gonna even can do from this situation when you put this far behind? It's gonna be tough to see what the SLUDGE can do.
Has the meter to extendo off of this big counter hit. Manatwan has to use this burst to not get hit by supreme A.B.A damage. Look at this 5K Donzai converts into the key super. Hard knockdown and a wall break. This is looking dangerous.
Good YRC to get the burst out of there. Now we got no resources on either side though.
Uses a dash cancel, tries to 6P. The Master's Hammer ends up winning the round. It looks like they took what you said and implemented it, Taiga. It's doing a very great job in getting this mix in with Slayer, and they tie up the set 1-1.
It's almost like they're listening to the stream. They did exactly what I was saying from the past game. So that's good. Gotta keep seeing that.
Exactly. If you're Sludge here, I personally think you just gotta be more willing to represent your options against Slayer as a whole. Things like 2S'ing Master's Hammer, but this mental sack can get very heavy, especially with the kind of mix that Manatwan is putting on. Doing things like Master's Hammer and getting these big hits with 2H, big 6P here, forces out the burst from Manatwan, but the 6P comes out on their own, gets the command grab to punish the super, or the grab itself, goes into Jealous Rage. Oh, look at the super! Almost like it still has reversal properties on it.
Very good reversal there to save. But now we got no meter on Sludge. What's we gonna do? We gonna go into rage here? No. Oh, yeah, it'll be low, I guess.
Ooh. Slowdowns here, almost giving more time. The 5K goes in for the tilt, gets a 6H for the wall break. This is going to be big damage on the part of Sludge. The JS into the JH, pushing to the corner, has the rage to go into the super, and this is going to take the round.
We're seeing some great confirms coming out on the side of Sludge right now. It seems like all these hits are just leading into more key grabs and Jealous Rage meter.
A great job here, making sure every single hit counts, but I would say that the Manatwan is also doing a good job of this. Good 6P on the Mappa Hunch, and because of that 6P, Manatwan's now stuck in a scary situation, has to use burst, but the Donzai catches the air grab, goes for the Oki key grab, gets the first OTG, but look at this counter hit.
A little bit early on the super there, not getting the full wall stick in there, into the command grab. And the 2H counter hit. We're getting sent to Pile Bunker City now.
Doesn't end up getting the rip as you want, but the Sludge has no meter on their side. Manatwan knows that they can just be patient and wait to whiff punish in every single chance. What a masterful round from Manatwan.
Great patience, as you're saying there, just to wait out and see what the Sludge is going to do, and then just finish it off with that nice Pile Bunker.
For the 5K Donzai, wanting to try and punish any single hit that gets given. Big tilt to open it up, but no! The key grab misses, and now Manatwan's able to get back on offense.
Unfortunate whiff there, but seems like Sludge has brought it back into getting this nice wall stick here. We're getting more meter with it.
More meter is always a good idea on A.B.A, but you do sacrifice that Jealous Rage, the BRC, to try and cover off any situation that would have been a bad grab. The Master's Hammer is converting into more mix, but Sludge doesn't care, is able to get the big conversion. The 6H doesn't end up coming out though.
Yeah, we're seeing some very nice defense over on the Sludge, being able to deal with a lot of this left-to-right coming out from the dashes of Slayer. But not good enough, it seems. And in the end, Slayer takes the game.
Manatwan with the routing, able to really make sure that Sludge is checkmated there, has the burst build as they're actually getting hit out of the round. We have a really close first round here.
Now, Yukio, you play more A.B.A than I do, so you probably have a better understanding, but what would you like to see the Sludge do in this matchup?
Mostly just dealing with the Dandy Step, mostly just dealing with how Manatwan is using Dandy Step. They're using it very liberally in pressure and making it to where they have a lot of gaps. But I would use things like 2S, 2P, 2K to really stuff out these big gaps, and 6P works there on the JS, forces the burst out immediately. Donzai gonna end up pushing to the corner, gets a tilt to the 5K Rekka series, but you're gonna get force uninstalled here.
Ooh, unfortunate whiff on the command grab there. Gonna cost Slayer dearly. Been sent to the wall through that one.
goes for the gold burst. Really wants that positive bonus, and A.B.A does use it well, but manantwan able to get on the offense here. The reversal super gonna drain A.B.A of all of her rage, but it ends up hitting and sending through the wall. We're close enough.
Just barely close enough too. I didn't think that would have went through, to be honest.
K Super able to catch them out of the air, really stops them from getting anything going, goes for the Rekka 1 to really start this pressure sequence off, gets the install into the Donzai to catch the Mappa Hunch punish.
Oh, Donzai, what a move. Every time I see it, it just looks better and better.
Using these dashes to get across the screen, and manantwan is just stuck in this insane pressure. The Master's Hammer, though, able to come out. Big hit from manantwan here. Counter hit 2H is always a scary thing.
Great mashup, though, from the Slayer pressure. Just to be able to get some space, get into your rage, and then start applying your own pressure.
Look at this pressure, though. Oh, and the same thing happens to manantwan that that happened to the Sludge last round. Hits were building burst, but just not able to get that burst before the round and the game gets cleared out.
Great stuff showing from SLUDGE from that game. Just being able to get out of the pressure and then convert off of that shows some good understanding of what to do.
Exactly. Couldn't agree more. Using a very great awareness in their jealous rage management, especially whenever they did the key grab in the air. But going into this game 5, we have a tied up set. Gotta give each player a chance to catch their breath and really let things reset.
Gotta let the intros rock for the last one, of course.
Game 5, first set on stream. Man, we play the best fighting game.
Yeah, of course we do. Hopefully we get some more game 5s during this bracket.
Oh, it seems like every single time we have games here at the Gambit, they always end up being entertaining, game 5 or not. Going into this first round of our last game, tries to get the Rekka 1 off to start the round, but doesn't end up working. The counter hit 5H, doesn't end up converting with much anything. You gotta be careful here if you're SLUDGE.
Yeah, we saw an unfortunate drop at the beginning, but really good bringing it back from Slayer just to be able to put them back into the Master Hammer loots. Just sending them into this corner with all this pressure and guard pressure, it's just so hard to deal with.
It very well can be, but has to use the burst out here. Even if this doesn't go the way that they intended. Oh, uses the BRC into the super, and it doesn't end up working. manantwan gets on set point.
Great stuff, being able to bait out that reversal, just being aware that is an option.
Look at this cross-up pressure, though. Able to enact this game plan and get a counter hit. Doesn't even get anything off of it. SLUDGE able to push this pressure with the 2K2D. Gets a hard knockdown. Gets the install, but doesn't get a conversion off the counter hit 2S.
What a quick 5K in the RC to get this wall stick.
We love to see the rage management is able to get it canceled. The YRC ends up coming out for manantwan. Blocks the gold burst. YRC, it's a trade of resources. The 2D into the Donzai. We might end up getting a kill here, but it drops.
Just seeing everything being spent this round, might as well, no point in saving it for next potential game.
Both players want it here. The SLUDGE is on the end of their health, but they end up trading, and the SLUDGE is able to do the last little bit of health. We're on a last game, last round situation, Taiga.
This is what I wanted to see coming in. Just all of this. Give me every round you can.
Able to 6P the Master's Hammer, but it doesn't end up making anything. Ooh, SLUDGE able to get a big Donzai, 5K into the key grab. Really makes it easier to manage your rage here. Uses the Roman cancel to get another meter, but look at this counter super.
I swear, that thing still got invincibility to where it's being used. You couldn't tell me otherwise.
Oh no. This command bite is able to come out from the manantwan and able to wrestle the win away from the SLUDGE. Both players putting up a crazy fight and doing some great things, but that's how the cookie crumbles.
Leo versus Bedman. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Alright, so we're starting off with a lot of good needle pressure and neutral, just trying to keep his opponent out, but then Serge just bursts him away, telling him to get away from him. Seems like Chumpy's really just trying to play the zoning game, but Serge is not allowing it.
Look at these combos coming out from Serge, really enacting this mixed pressure that Leo is known for. The king of the jungle is not only a lion, but also a gorilla. Goes in for the 2D, really does a great job of getting this hard knockdown, getting that, trying to go for a burst, but just not working out.
Yeah, you really do not want to let this Leo get into back turn, especially against Ved, because I'm not sure what you're going to be doing against that outside of just eating all of this high-low mix.
Goes for the 2K into, goes in for the back turn K into H, gets the wall break, but it doesn't end up killing, running up and getting the close slash, or yeah, far slash to secure the round.
Yep, great awareness by the Leo to be able to confirm into that super and just get that round. Good DP as well, being able to stop the air movement of Bed and just not let him do what he wants to.
Chumpy though, able to enact this very potent Bedman mix, but man, look at this pressure from Serge going in and getting this wall break here.
This pressure has got to feel suffocating. I don't know what you can do in this instance if you're going to be on Chumpy. Almost basic first two.
Representing these 6Ps very well. Gets the flash kick going. You know these counter hits gotta hurt.
Oh yeah. You got to keep your strings tight, especially if you're going to go against all these flash kicks.
Big 2P here. Very great button coming out from Bedman. Amazing for defense, even if it's only a 5-frame option. Gets the big conversion, throwing out this very great zoning game plan that Bedman most certainly has, but Serge, not afraid, charging into the head of battle, gets these big cancels and ends up taking the first game.
Great first game, honestly, by both sides. I really liked seeing how Serge was able to adapt to the zoning, especially from round one, and just being able to close the distance and just keep this Bed under constant pressure and make them unable to do much.
I think they're doing a very great job at controlling space, almost reminiscent of that run that you made where you were just controlling space left and right and really enforcing your mix. I see it mirrored here in Chumpy's gameplay.
Yeah, you really just gotta not let the Bed do much, because if you let the Bed get in the air and start playing with projectiles and such, it gets really scary quickly.
Change society. Duel 1. Let's rock.
On the round start here, Serge really jumping back, wanting to examine what Chumpy does, but Chumpy able to get into a very great situation with this burst and able to enact this zoning game plan from Bedman, decides to rush in and look at this pressure, Taiga.
Oh, this pressure feels suffocating to go against. I would not want to be in this if I was Serge. Just all these errors going off. You got bombs, you got explosions, you got needles, shocks. It's just too much.
Look at the patience on the side of Chumpy, just waiting and blocking anything that Serge does, and is able to get a big counter hit here from Serge.
Yeah, that is some incredible patience, I must say. Ooh, great reversal too. Oh, it gets parried, no!
Parried, gets the reversal super, and we get a wall break from it.
That's tragic or amazing. Whichever way you want to look at it, that's both.
It's great from it's not a great thing on both sides, but really is for one. Speaking of being a great thing for one side, Serge able to get this armored reversal off, gets the wall break with the super, does a lot of damage and secures the round.
Every time I see that super, I always think it's like, nah, it's not gonna connect, and it always does, and I always look shocked.
Not only that, it's just a great super overall for damage and wall break potential, especially when in back turn, but oh, look at this counter hit from Chumpy. Serge feeling the need to spin their burst automatically because of the conversions that Chumpy has been showing.
Yeah, you will eat so much damage if you just sit inside all this mix. It is not something you want to do. Great 6H too, getting the red RC off into the mix.
Great overhead here from Chumpy, really enforcing this mixed game plan that Bedman does in fact have. The YRC not connecting. We're at full screen here. Chumpy doing a great job at mashing out of Serge's pressure and secures the round, tying it up one apiece.
Great surge into Beyblade right there to secure the kill.
6P on round start. Being a bit passive, wanted to back up, and oh, look at this counter hit close slash from Chumpy, but not able to convert it into something that you'd like. Serge, though, able to get back on the offense again, mashing out of this pressure from Chumpy.
big reversal from Bed, but we are seeing just such patient play from Chumpy. Being able to bait out all these flash kicks is just very going to be good when you're going against this Serge here.
Serge has also just been doing a great job at representing their defensive options, but over-representing that flash kick just a little bit too much, and Chumpy's doing a great job of punishing it.
Yeah, now you got 100 meter from Serge. What are you going to do with this? Going through the wall with it? Ooh, we dropped. Doesn't kill. Maybe the drop super input?
Big Bedman HP here, doing a great job at getting this pressure, but the flash kick comes out from Serge and takes the lead on the set 2-0.
Yeah, you can't get much closer than that when it comes down to it. Everyone was just one hit away.
One interaction games are something that happens a lot. Just because a set is going really heavily in one direction or the other does not mean that it isn't close.
Oh, no. These matches are very close. Every round, it just feels like everyone's exchanging blows just to get anywhere.
It really is an anyone can win situation. This could easily be 2-0 in the favor of Chumpy or 1-1 apiece.
Yeah.
Chumpy though, starting out really hot here, but has to burst out. Serge really being dominant on offense, showing what they can do, and Serge just setting up this crazy zoning gameplay.
Yeah, it's got to be hard for Leo, and even frustrating if you're just getting sat at full screen, getting needled tasers. There's not much you can really do about it. So I thought it maybe dash blocking.
Look at this, taking advantage of that nice Gatling slash into heavy slash from Leo, converting into a super, but Chumpy has a super of their own.
I swear, Chumpy has been doing great at calling out all of these reversals and using reversals of their own just to stop all this pressure.
Couldn't agree more. Both of these players doing really well on defense, and look at that, Taiga. Serge doing a great job of making sure this armored attack is represented in this matchup.
Oh yeah, the armor's gotta feel great, especially when you're able to power through some of these projectiles, but in the end, we got a wild assault to take the round.
Serge really on the verge of getting this crazy close set in their favor, but 6P into the needle. Let's Chumpy get this zoning game plan set up.
Yeah, classic Bedman mix, getting sent to the corner with the highs, lows, baits another flash kick too.
Really doing a great job at backing up and really controlling the space with not only their normals, but this pressure. Gets a big bomb hit, backdashes on the reversal super, and Serge is caught in a bad position here.
Yes, not looking too great for Serge, but he's able to thankfully get out of it.
Tries to go for a frame trap situation, and Chumpy catching it out, gets the just block just in time. Look at the health slowly dwindling from Serge, and Chumpy surges back into this match, but Serge still has burst though.
Yeah, we got a good advantage coming in, but that could change within a second, especially like right now, where we see the burst just gets needed to use. Otherwise, you're just gonna not have a good time.
Able to get back in here and continue this pressure. Look at this use of this armored move, retracting that hitbox and really making Chumpy guess on whether or not it's a good idea to press.
Yeah, Serge is doing a very good job with keeping up all these armored attacks, just so that way it makes it more difficult. You gotta think more for Chumpy.
Look at that conversion, able to break the wall. Serge is on the back foot here entirely. Gets the mix though, goes in for the low, gets the reinstall back into the back turn stance, and Chumpy gets the reversal super, putting a game up on the board.
I swear, that's gotta be the 4th reversal super we've seen Chumpy land within that game. They are doing such an incredible job of being able to call out all of these Leo attacks and then just be able to punish them.
Agree more, and it's like you said earlier, we see reverse sweeps all the time here at the Gambit, and it just takes some time for people to adapt, and I think Chumpy is showing what this character can do.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do on the side of Bed. I think we're seeing a great job though from Chumpy being able to send out these errors and continue their pressure.
Exactly. And here, starting out this 4th game of our set, both players wanting to fill each other out, wanting to get a good chance to see what everybody's gonna do in neutral, and Serge able to come out on top, forcing into the corner, but look at this burst from Chumpy. Gold burst able to put Serge into the corner and get positive bonus.
Very aggressive from Chumpy, trying to keep Serge in there. Unfortunately, it didn't work out in the end, but now you got so much meter to play with, you can just do whatever.
Serge running in after that projectile, but Chumpy able to come in here, not making use of that 100 meter yet, but Serge able to use some of that meter of their own.
We're seeing some great meter usage from Serge here, able to convert with the super to put Chumpy into the corner, into a great flash kick to stop him from flying out.
Really doing a great job here at enforcing this pressure. Gets the 2P off from the side of Chumpy, has the burst on their side, gets a big DP bait, but Serge just does it again, throws caution to the wind and gets themselves on set point.
Serge just loves these flash kicks. I respect it so much, it's great to see.
Oh, but look at this overhead from Chumpy. The big 6H converts into more pressure in the corner. Gets this overhead going, but look at Serge, able to DP out.
Very quick on that DP there. You do not have a lot of time to be able to get through those multiple explosions on that error.
Oh, Chumpy just representing these 6Hs over and over again. Big grab on Serge, coming from Chumpy on Serge, and knows they're gonna mash on Wake Up, but doesn't end up countering the DP.
I didn't even know you could DP through that. That's news to me.
Chumpy showing that there's still life yet, doing a great job capitalizing on the momentum from game one, tying up the game rounds here. Going over the projectile, not letting Serge get this free pressure in cheap, blocks the gold burst, using meter on the side of Jean, and it's not working out to anything.
Now we're just seeing a lot of just zoning, and Leo's finally able to get in with those far slashes into the back turn, putting Chumpy over into a big guessing game, which you don't want to be in.
Especially against Leo, able to enact this pressure and mix, but does have meter on their side in the burst and tension department. Use it to keep themselves safe, but Serge on the end of using that meter too. Slight bit of life on the board, but Serge able to take the set 3-1.
Oh yeah, we're in for a treat on this one.
We have Pheynix coming in on the Ramlethal as stated before, but we also have Red Dawn facing them down. Doing a great job on defense so far, but Pheynix able to really start this pressure and get it going. Using the Rekka, look at all this risk piling up, but look at Red Dawn able to match out.
Great master to be able to get out and force the burst from Pheynix. You do not want to be in the corner against all these swords. But then we get a very quick reversal over from Pheynix to push Red Dawn back.
Yeah, doing a really great job in making sure that this pressure is felt and that it's not for free, or making sure that this pressure is not free. Able to really get in and control this neutral, but look at this 6P from Red Dawn. Able to get a big hit, leading into more pressure, has 100 meter on their side, Taiga.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what we're going to do, but we don't even need it to end the round here. We just send it straight through the wall with a mix.
I mean, nothing's better than some safer tournament combos that make sure they get kills. Oh, look at this counter hit from Pheynix. Able to push to the corner with the sword, but ends up putting themselves in the corner trying to get some more mix off.
Would have loved to see them use the horizontal sword to try and send them in, but then we get the big snip. We get another one. Not yet.
Not yet. Trying to get that conditioning set in stone. As you said, as we were talking about earlier, Taiga, that mix, or that snip is such a very impressive tool in this matchup.
It is very strong, especially if you're able to light the Afro on fire with your JD.
We're seeing out of the big pressure sequence from Red Dawn. Haven't got to see a lot of them so far, bursting out of that scalpel into the pool, and now we're just back at neutral again. Both players trying to face each other down, and Pheynix able to get the round on the board and tie up the first game.
You gotta burst it there, otherwise I think you're just dead. That's the game one.
Couldn't agree more. What a great use of burst there. Even though you might not have wanted to use it and save it for this round, you gotta use it or it's death. But Red Dawn able to make the most out of a situation, gets the JD for the overhead, mix, pushes to the center of the screen. Now we're back at neutral. Both of them playing patient. Who's gonna break first?
It feels like whoever's gonna get this hit here is just gonna end up being able to deal the most damage and potentially take this round too.
Ooh, almost from Red Dawn, but Pheynix able to hold on. The JD from Faust establishes the first game on the board for Red Dawn.
Very good stuff, I must say, from Red Dawn, being able to escape this devastating ram corner pressure. It's not easy to do, so it's very nice to be able to see him be able to do that.
Exactly. You know, so far in this game, after just seeing one round, I can already see some adaptations coming out from Red Dawn. You know, just doing a better job on defense. They went really hard with those mashes, getting out of that pressure, as you just stated.
Yeah, it was very nice to see. Even, I would say on both sides, they're adapting quite a bit. Being able to play Ram's ranges a little bit better, too. Be able to get some nice hits in.
Exactly. Not only playing Ram's ranges, man, my English is phenomenal today, but also able to play outside of those Faust ranges as well, really doing a great job overlapping those two skills.
Duel 1.
Couldn't agree with you more on that one.
Round start here. Look at the patience coming out from both players. Red Dawn able to set up the mini Faust, controlling this neutral, and Pheynix rather would burst out now than later. Keeps this life on the board, but Red Dawn able to convert to more pressure in the corner.
Ooh, do we intend to wall slump there? I'm not quite sure, but either way, we get through there. Great CS into mix as well to be able to extend into the corner and get the round as well. With a perfect.
Gets the round with a perfect and able to really show this pressure coming out from Red Dawn, but Pheynix not to be outdone, gets a big counter hit on the far slash, backs up, wants to be able to read Red Dawn and all their options, goes in to the corner, gets a big overhead and sets up this pressure.
Ooh, great 2S there to be able to get out of the corner. Immediate burst to send Faust back in though. Oh, and then baits the reversal too.
Runs up and blocks, not getting caught by that twice. Doesn't decide to use the meter to extend, but doesn't use the meter here either. Goes for the wall break, gets the positive bonus on their side. BRC snip to secure game 2.
Very good stuff coming out from Red. I would say it looked a lot more clean, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term, than in game 1. Just able to control their space a lot more effectively.
Just able to really show what it's like to play neutral versus Faust. You know, being able to set these items out, the mini Fausts, to really stop you from approaching or doing much of anything in neutral at all, because you have to play so inclusively around it.
I swear, mini Faust is like half of a character. He's just so good at being able to make a lot of options safe.
Hold down the neutral, if you will.
Yeah, he's very good at it.
Duel 1.
Going into this third game here, both sides are finally able to get some real data on each other. Pheynix able to jump in with the JS, but doesn't get the conversion. Gets the conversion following off though. This sword pressure in the corner is lethal.
Oh yeah, very passive from the beginning too. But now we're actually seeing some nice aggression into a PRC jump with Rekka to try to mix up the Faust to get him through the wall.
Great job at using these normals to really try and punish Red Dawn from cutting out of the corner. We get Scarecrow PRC into setting up this neutral. We see that mini Faust rear its head again, Taiga.
Oh, here he comes. And the golf club into the hammer to secure it as well.
Secures the game, puts himself on set point with the force of a single hammer.
Run up grab. Everyone's a Kisuke in this game, it seems.
Just such a punishing part of pressure from every character in the game is that strike throw, but Red Dawn able to really control this neutral, gets the bomb set up, has the afro on Pheynix, the mini Faust behind. We're seeing some very devastating pressure.
I do not pity Pheynix having to deal with all these mini Fausts. This is just not something you want to do. Good BRC throw though.
Oh, gets the run-up block on the reversal once again, but look at this risk building up on the side of Red Dawn. Pheynix able to burst out, but doesn't get the combo off the counter hit JS.
Luckily we get the horizontal sword to secure the round though, so that brings it up to round 3.
Goes for the low poke. Red Dawn playing patient, trying to stay out of this range of ramp, but Pheynix not caring at all. Goes for the jump overhead. Gets a big hit on the counter hit. Almost breaking the wall there.
Great 2D. Just a little unfortunate that it got dropped at the end. But now we got some meteors coming and you gotta watch out for those.
Ooh, gets a combo off of the meteor. Sets up in pressure. Goes for the block on the super again. It's worked once and hasn't worked again.
I swear, it feels like every reversal here is being baited by Red Dawn.
Oh!
Great catch.
Yeah, is able to grab out of the Wild Assault there, and Red Dawn showing their mettle and getting this 3-0 over Pheynix. Alright, everybody. We got Worth on the Asuka, and we got Hoki on the Anji. Both of these players are playing for a chance to qualify for top 8, but Worth really showing the zoning game plans. Hoki spinning through and getting the hard knockdown.
Great spin to get through that stop sign and then to be able to backdash the throw attempt. But now we're exactly where Asuka wants to be. Full screen with some cubes ready to go and the staff behind them.
Look at how they're managing this mana. Goes into the test case, goes through the spells, gets the hand of Exodia, able to really loop this crazy pressure from afar with these cubes. Hoki can't spin out of this one. It's looking dire and neutral right now.
What a great teleport into the triple heating cube. How are you supposed to react to that? It's just gotta be impossible.
Goes for the overhead here. Hoki finally getting a chance to demonstrate this offense. Goes for the needles to reset the pressure. Gets the big hit. Has 50 meter on their side. This is looking bad for Worth.
You do not want to be in this position right now. You have no mana. One more clean hit and it's over for you.
But able to rebound from a situation that was looking so dire. Gets the run-up throw. Hoki having 100 meter on their side, though. Not using it for a parry or any kind of reversal here yet. Goes for the spin through the cubes, but Worth able to back up.
The amount of spins we're seeing, being able to get through all of these cubes is just fantastic. You need to be able to show this option off to make them fear it.
But it's almost as if Worth just knows how to get through each situation. The parry! Getting the cube and it's securing a round for Hoki. Tying this first game up one apiece.
What a reverse parry. I would be so sad if that was happening to me.
Hey, having 50 meter, it's always a threat you gotta worry about, and Worth has been doing a good job playing around it so far. Gets the burst out of a Hoki, but look at this super coming from full screen.
And it's still active behind us too.
Finally in the range, closing off this neutral, goes for the full screen low, but it just doesn't work out. Gets the cube Hoki, goes for the low, gets the blue Wild Assault and converts into a kill. What a crazy first game.
Excellent mana usage, I must say, coming out from Worth. Just being able to spam out all those spells and keep the cubes going, keeping Hoki under constant pressure. It's just too much to deal with. You just, and even if you burst, you kind of just help out the Asuka as well.
You know, we got a lot of new people coming into chat, all supporting Worth. Just want to say hi to you guys and thank you for coming out. But Taiga, what do you think Hoki could do here?
Honestly, I think we need to see some round start spins. That's what we need. Just to be able to get off on this good quick foot, being able to just make sure Worth is unable to start anything going.
Goes for the 6P on round start. Really doesn't want Worth to be able to hop up into the air. Look at that spin, getting through the barrage of spells and does it again.
Yeah, spin to win. Just keep going for it. No mana now though. Very dangerous for the Asuka.
Just getting hit by this constant pressure. Hoki does such a good job at layering it on thick, and it just almost feels like you can never escape.
Oh yeah, there was no chance to escape that. That's too suffocating to be able to get through. Good backdash on the overhead though. But now we're just setting into Cute City.
You know, doing a great job of using these spells, trying to really control when Hoki can approach. Look at this, getting the best hand possible. Look at this juggle all the way at full screen. Not able to do much if you're Hoki.
What are you supposed to do against this? You have 40 cubes flying at you and circling you.
Hoki trying to represent the spin the best as possible. Jumps away from the overhead, but gets hit with a stray cube. Look at how Worth is using these resources.
excellent usage just by all these spells being able to get sent out, keeping the highs and the lows, just making Hoki have to guess a lot.
Dude, this character is so goofy. Going for the 6P on round start, has to burst out. Hoki knows what Worth can do whenever they have the resources on their side. But just look at this zoning capabilities. It feels like Hoki just can't get in. Gets the jump out, 2K, 2D, but doesn't amount to anything. Hoki gets a big counter hit and forces to the corner.
Yeah, this is what we need to see from Hoki. You gotta be extremely aggressive when the Asuka doesn't have good cards in hand. You gotta be able to take what you can and run with it.
Goes for the BRC, but it doesn't end up amounting into anything. Gets the big counter hit Worth, just able to stay out of the range, and look at this teleport mix. I think I would have gotten hit by that.
I would have gotten hit by that 100 times over.
Ooh, tries to go for the RC. Worth is out of mana here. Hoki has to go in and get this. Oh, but the burst, it comes out just in time. It's almost as if they have the resources to make themselves safe, gets the teleport behind and takes the game.
Great showing about what Asuka can really do in this matchup. Just throwing out so many cubes. Like, I'm watching this and I don't know what you're supposed to do here. Just eat it, I guess.
It's very scary. There's only so much that you can do, and Hoki is trying their best to represent these spins to really try and skip neutral, but it just isn't working. I don't really know what exactly to try here.
Honestly, I'm not quite sure either. I think you need to just pay a very close attention to Asuka's hand, and if you see there's no good spells in there, because you're really looking for the stop sign for round start, you want some cubes in there, and then some auto mana. If you don't got any of that, you need to get in, because that's when you can really apply your pressure.
A lot of people in chat saying to hit the cubes, and it can be a scary process to try and hit, but it is a great thing in a matchup to really stop that neutral control from Asuka as a whole.
That is very true. But it's always scary to try and slap those cubes out of the air.
Gets this big conversion, and here we go. Worth setting up this neutral again. Gets one hit and is able to really enact it, but the cards in hand not looking very great. Constantly trying to cycle. Gets the meter to go for the reshuffle.
Yeah, when you got this staff behind you, you just need to hold this because every cube will guard crush you. There's not much you can do about it.
Oh, the cubes were still active above head, so as soon as Hoki tried to get out, it just isn't working. Look at Worth with this long combo.
Oh, it's always a sight to see Asuka cook.
Just getting juggled in mid-air. When did Zondo get on stream?
Honestly, like, there's just too many cubes. You're just gonna have to eat them all in that instance.
Oh, but Worth trying to enact the scary game plan. Hoki finally getting a chance to play offense, but Worth just able to find a way out. These spins just aren't working out for Hoki like they normally do. One cube, the overhead, more cubes, gets the hand reshuffled.
Yeah, you really need to get in, but that's much easier said than done here when you're getting just zoned out by hundreds of cubes, it feels like.
Ooh, what a heads-up burst from Hoki, though. There's only so much neutral you can control with no mana in your hand, but just able to find a way. Hoki running up with the teleport, able to find a way out. Cards in hand not looking so great. Only has the guard crush in 3 teleports. Oh, it's so unfortunate. But look at Worth, able to make the best out of a bad situation. Teleport, throw, PRC. It's gonna secure the round.
Oh my god, he just got hit with the 3 teleport grabs. That's so unfortunate.
We're gonna see here, starting out with this first top 8 qualifier, we have the the Bobbler, I like that name, versus Celphy, and we're going in quick, getting the burst out from Bubbles, and not really able to start anything on the side of Celphy, but finally able to start this pressure sequence, getting this big zoning game plan out. We're seeing a mirror of what we saw last game.
Yeah, you do not want to be having to deal with the Arbiter signs on full screen, but it's not that easy to get in because you're just going to get zoned out with these highs and lows, just stuffing your movement.
Celphy doing a great job at enacting the zoning, gets the kill here, going into this next round, not having the resource lead. Bubbles is going to try to make their best out of it.
Yeah, good 2K2D into the teleport. Really trying to get this left-right mix going up. Great mash on the RTB as well to stop that from going out.
Really scary pressure. Bubbles has got Celphy in the corner. Look at this conversion to break the wall.
Very nice to see. Nice juggling with some active yo-yos and 2H.
It's almost like they're getting sniped out with every single zoning game plan. Look at this reversal super from Celphy. First time it's been represented. Runs up, blocks the burst, has to use the FD to get themselves out, charging the air projectile, and it just not end up working out. The Bubbler loses this first game. Celphy's on top.
You know, they say Arbiter Sign is reactable, but I don't know. I'm starting to disagree with that. From this set, we just saw every Arbiter Sign just connect.
No, it just seems like they're able to enact their gameplay to the best of their abilities, and the Bubbler is just not able to really get in like they would want. They've had flashes of brilliance, especially on that conversion game when in the corner, though.
Yeah, maybe it just comes down to experience and comfort in this matchup. I'm not quite sure, though.
Has to burst out. Celphy making themselves known in this conversion game. Oh, Bubbler finally able to get a chance to go into the corner using these long normals to poke out.
Insane full screen combo nearly just to bring us from one side to the other.
Look at this pressure from Celphy using these and goes for the charge dust. The pop on the stain makes it safe and able to close out that first round.
Very impressive round there from Celphy, just by being able to just not let Bubbles do much of anything, really.
This is the big 5H, using these normals to try to control. Look at this combo coming out from Celphy.
Oh yeah, there's so much staggering in here that if you start trying to press your 5H, you will get counter hit.
Big DP coming from the Bubbler, but it doesn't end up working out the way you would think. Has to get back into this neutral, and this is where Celphy is so scary.
Oh yeah. Celphy is just being really good at able to stop Bubbles with all the air movement they're trying to get through.
Mental stack adding up, and Celphy able to run up for the throw. 2-0 for Celphy's side right now. As a Bridget player, what do you think Taiga could do here? Or Taiga, what do you think Bubbles could do here? Oh my god.
Honestly, I think they need to be a little bit more calm. It feels like they're just running in blindly, and they're getting caught out by these throws in the air consistently. So maybe just a little bit more relaxed gameplay and some more 2S could help out, try to catch their toes a bit.
All right, going in here, let's hope that they are able to implement these thoughts from Taiga, but having to go for that burst, really not wanting to get caught up in this mix. It seems like Celphy just has it going for them right now.
Very impressive once again, I must say. Just feels like every time Celphy's able to get a hit, it's always just full conversions into wall breaks almost.
Oh, what? The combos coming out from Bubbler. Oh, gets the rock the baby hard knockdown. Gets another throw pushing into the corner.
Good stuff coming out from Bubbles. Drops the super input though for the wall break, which is very unfortunate to see. And it will cost them the round.
That hit? Oh, it seems to hit the tip of Bridget's toe, but Celphy able to go on set point nonetheless.
Yeah, guys, I think we need to buff Bridget here. That should not be allowed.
Gotta buff Bridget specifically in this matchup, but man, Celphy's looking so good right now. Gets the safe jump, but doesn't end up getting the combo off of it. It barely drops and is really enacting the zoning right now.
It's very hard once you get stuck caught in between these high lows, because you want to jump out of it, but then there's just a high and then they keep alternating. It just gets very hard to deal with.
Man, able to jump away from the Arbiter sign there and is able to push towards the corner again. This is where Bubbler has been able to make their money, getting the big 2H counter hit.
Great 2H there. Unfortunately, we didn't see much of a conversion, but they still pick it up anyways, sending them through the wall.
This round is looking close here. Gets the return of the Killing Machine super out on the field, but Celphy able to teleport away out of the corner and able to act this pressure. Bubbler feels the need to burst out. This is looking very dire here.
Yeah, we're done. RTB for the save. my favorite. They'll never expect it. Just as reactable as Arbiter Sign, I swear.
Exactly. The Rock the Baby able to secure it out there, and you couldn't have said it better. Nobody ever expects it in that situation, but Celphy able to continue, gets these big counter hits, chases down into the corner, and the DP doesn't end up working out.
Oh yeah, Celphy does not look phased at all by what happened last round. They're just like, okay, well, I can just do it better then.
Look at this, such a low health from Bubbler right now. Gets the DP to start themselves out. Celphy has no meter on their side, but now she does. But oh, the Arbiter Sign low, able to catch out. Never expected like the Rock the Baby, and Celphy takes game 3. From the side of looking at Bedman, they do have a lot of ways to zone and just kind of counteract what Johnny likes to do as a character, but we're gonna let to see Noktriss show us how it's done, coming in here with the Johnny, and Enti coming in with the Bedman that we've seen before. The JK really doing a great job at making this pressure be felt. Enti able to find a way out using that White Wild Assault. Look at the charge dust though.
Just for the record, I'm keeping count of how many White Wild Assaults happen. Just because from previous games I played against Enti a lot, he loves White Wild Assault. It's gotta be like top 3 buttons for him to use.
I mean, and it's working out so far. Able to break the wall, get positive bonus on their side, but Noktriss not afraid. Able to go in with this JS, but it doesn't end up working. Big conversion here from Enti, setting up crazy pressure with that Omni movement.
Oh, we're just seeing a lot of bomb Loki and just all these error setups. It's just so difficult to play against when he gets going.
Sometimes it's just really hard to understand the mix that's coming out, but the Clash 6Ps on a round start, not able to get what you want from it, but the slash into the Mistfinder and able to enact this pressure and this zoning, but Enti not scared, running forward, gets the PRC off the bomb, and look at this movement.
Yeah, we're seeing some very nice utilization of the 8-way movement from Bed. Having to burst out into a Wild Assault just to keep your pressure going.
Third one eye count. I don't know if you got the counter up, Taiga, but look at this combo from Noktriss, able to force themselves into the corner, and Enti building just enough meter to keep themselves safe.
Yeah, we saw a great match there to get outside because it looked like it was about to be a throw coming from Bed.
Goes for the TK Mistfinder, doing a great job at mixing up Empty, but Enti not phased in the slightest, running up for a throw.
You cannot press on that 236H. It is just so punishing, as you just saw. You will get launched in the air, and then he'll just get a free bomb error after it. Enti taking game 1.
Exactly. Doing a great job enacting this just insane Bedman pressure, using frame traps galore, and again, as you said, Taiga, getting these insane punishes.
Yeah, it's very scary to press on the Bed when he's just running at you in a lawnmower or a Beyblade. There are some points you can do it, but if you don't know what to look for, it's going to be very difficult to be able to find it out mid-set.
Exactly, and it also doesn't help that Bedman isn't a character that's represented a ton at any level of the game. So it's hard for to come up across these in bracket and as training partners.
Yeah, it's very uncommon, but when you do see them and then they just start going off like this, it just makes you wonder why they're not played more.
Exactly. Doing a great job at mixing up and enacting this pressure. Enti showing the best parts of this character.
All the stagger pressure in the world, and then great air stall to be able to get the overhead with the JD.
Showing what it means to be successful on this character, using these White Wild Assaults, and gets the dust to secure the round with a perfect.
It's just a sight to see a Bed cooking in their element, just being able to do everything that the character allows.
Oh. That's the follow-up to keep the block charged us safe, showing why they're such a favorite in this tournament. But Noktriss not afraid, using these great Johnny normals to really control space, but Enti able to find that hit.
Great Mistfinder there to be able to catch him out. That looks like it's going to be blocked. No, it's not blocked, in fact. Unfortunate.
Goes for another normal, but Enti able to find a way out, using that deflect shield, not letting this risk gauge build up too high. Noktriss on the receiving end of this zoning that Johnny can be known for, but Enti using that Bedman pressure from afar.
Yeah, when you're stuck full screen, low health against Bed, you are in for a bad time, as you will just get needle tasered down, and the chip will add up, and eventually you will just lose.
You know, just Johnny being known as a character that can zone so well, and Enti showing that Bedman can do it too, being on the mirror side of that and giving them a taste of their own medicine.
I love to see it. Oh, do we have a character swap?
Oh, we're seeing our first character swap of the tournament, going off of that Johnny and onto the Slayer.
Okay. I can kind of see what they're going with this, if they want to just be able to get in better and just stay on top of Bed. But I feel like your weaker defensive options are just going to leave you stranded.
Maybe so, but hopefully all they need is just one hit. And starting off this round, wanting to back up, wanting to play patient, Enti able to catch them off of the air with that vacuum in JS, but look at this!
Great round start, able to convert with the wall break off the 2H.
It's a big counter hit, and like you were talking about, Taiga, this neutral is really coming into play here, but the air move able to be Roman canceled out, gets a confirm into the corner, but doesn't end up breaking the wall.
Yeah, I just need a little bit more to be able to send Slayer through the wall, but force out the burst from side of Enti.
Ooh, gets a big counter hit on the air needle, doesn't end up converting into the combo that you want, but the damage is on your side. Gains the meter to Roman cancel this hit, and we might see a big conversion here, Taiga.
Ooh, very close right now. Oh, what a far slash. Just to be able to snipe Slayer out at max range. Incredible work.
Oh my god, able to really snipe out here in Enti with the jump back JS, able to make this patent pending conversion into this mix. What great pressure here.
Oh, this has gotta just feel so sad if you're Noktriss right now. You can't, it just doesn't feel like you can get it in.
I mean, but able to block these crazy dust setups and not get hit, not letting Enti build the meter, but has the Enti for this study, like this absolutely insane pressure. Gets a big 2D though.
Yeah, I've seen some great defense now coming out from Noktriss to be able to deal with this high low that Enti is showing off.
No. The pile bunker ends up not connecting. A big counter hit here from Enti. Noktriss is on their back feet here, only has so much life, and this risk is slowly building.
Ooh, big counter hit from the Master's Hammer into the pile bunker loop. Early RC into the wall stick should be fine, yeah.
I mean, not exactly loop damage, but still good enough. Gets the white Wild Assault, but the scaling stops it from killing. Big pressure situation from Enti, both on one last hit, and the bomb does it!
What a bomb coming out to catch the 2H. Incredible.
Right, coming in with our first match of top 8, we have SqUish and Enti making their appearance in winner's side, jumping back, getting these bots out, really trying to establish this pressure, controlling this space, but look at this match out from Enti.
Oh, very great match to be able to get outside of the corner from Jacko where she shines, because you do not want to have to be able to be guessing between all these high lows and strikes and throws.
Missing that kick out from the projectile of the boy, but gets the conversion into the Elysium driver. This is going to be a lot of health going through the wall.
Very quick conversions there from SqUish to be able to just recognize you're going to get that one hit into the Elysium driver for the wall break.
Look at this mix. Gets one simple conversion, has the bot to be able to pick up and continue. Gets the wall break, goes for the RC instead of letting it break. Big first round from SqUish, showing what's to come in this top 8 side match.
I'm really surprised they just didn't send the bed through the wall, but at the end of the day, you still get the run, so it doesn't really matter.
No, SqUish here having to use burst, knowing what Enti is capable of. Look at this zoning game, getting these hits, getting these counter hits, gets the big bed explosion, doesn't decide to use the super to break the wall though, on such low health if you're SqUish.
Ooh, great PRC jump in to the overhead just to secure that round from Enti.
real different sides of the coin here. SqUish having such an electric first round and Enti having such an electric second, but this pressure is starting to get traded back and forth. Has the FD, gets the big counter hit on the 5H. Look at this conversion, Taiga.
Absolutely insane conversions coming out from SqUish, just being able to extend the pressure and get these super wall breaks.
Hard knockdown here. We've seen how absolutely suffocating SqUish can be, but Enti using that 2P, going for a grab and it whiffs. SqUish able to build this burst, blocking the YRC coming out from Enti. Being on this offensive 2K2D sandwich pressure with the bots and has 100 meter on their side.
I bet Enti right now wishes he had more burst meter for some more White Wild Assault just to get through all this pressure coming out from SqUish.
But doesn't have any on their side. Look at this conversion from SqUish, doing such a great job. The bot throw gets reversal supered, and we're on one interaction for both. Big counter hit 2D. Look at the conversion from SqUish to take game 1.
Actual insanity. Just how close these games are coming down to. Every round is just anybody's game. Who's going to get it between SqUish and Enti here?
That first round was the last round, last hit. It's so insane to see how close it already is for a first match. Oh, I can't wait to see what happens in the rest of this set.
All I hope is we just see more games, because this is just some great Guilty Gear so far.
Going into this next game, I don't know what adaptations you can make. Both sides are having such a close bout. Maybe be a little bit more patient with your meter if you're on the side of Enti. It seemed like they were able to get hits out, but never really had the meter to confirm. But speaking of that, looking at this close counter hit from the slash, ending out both times, getting this big pressure, gets to guard crush and goes in for more pressure again.
Very good offense coming out from Bed, just being able to send out those bombs and just keep all that guard crush, just letting Jacko not do anything to get out of that corner, even to be able to take the round.
Using this meter to slingshot themselves across the screen, but SqUish able to get a big jump in. Enti wanting to burst out, not wanting to get stuck in this big pressure that SqUish has been able to go for. Look at the shimmy on the grab, Taiga!
Great way to be able to bait out that throw and get a big punish. Now, what are you going to do with it is the question from Enti's side.
SqUish has the resources on their side. This game's going into the favor of Enti so far, but SqUish able to make a big comeback. Has the bots, but look at Enti. YRCing out. Has the meter to do it again, but may not want to. Goes for another YRC. Gets the big jump on the grab. Has the use of flex shield, and things are falling apart for Enti right now. Big counter hit 2D.
We're just seeing some great offense and defense coming out just from both sides, being able to dodge these throws and just keeping the stagger up and not letting Enti do anything this round.
Enti losing that round, SqUish snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. We have a tied up second game.
Oh, this is going to be anyone's round here. Starting off with a great vacuum on the counter hit JS into the wall pressure.
Big backdash in the air, trying to get the spacing across, but they're too close to the corner. SqUish able to enact this zoning game plan from Jacko. Doesn't get the throw, and Enti takes advantage, but no! The dust is blocked! Has the meter for the Elysium driver. This might send through the wall!
Great. Oh, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't! Big JS here. Finally, Enti able to get on offense, establish this zoning game plan, but SqUish finally building burst, able to back up, doesn't have to use it, has the follow-up from the needle, but it doesn't end up coming out. SqUish on the offense here, has the meter on their side, gets another Elysium driver, and is at least going to get a hard knockdown.
There we go. Now we go through the wall this time. Now what are we going to do on the wake-up here? BRC? Got him burst out really quickly there. Being able to block the White Wild Assault too, very good.
Enti not having the resources on their side, but still able to make an effort nonetheless, and SqUish able to barely eke out that game again. A mirror of what happened in the first game.
Honestly, Yukio, I couldn't have said it better myself. It just feels like we just saw a repeat of game 1. Very intense and very close, down to the final hit on both ends. Enti
just not finding a way to really capitalize on these very great pressure situations just because of how great the defense is from SqUish.
Yeah, this SqUish defense is phenomenal. Just being able to block all these tap dusts and get out of all this stagger pressure that Enti is showing, it just shows good matchup knowledge.
Going into this third game of the set, SqUish up 2-0, and there's that wild assault that you were talking about, Taiga.
Oh, he loves it so much, and I always love to see it. Just being able to armor through whatever you need to.
Just these setups from these bots. SqUish is doing such a great job on pressure, but here's the patent pending Enti conversions that we've seen. Goes into the wall, and what a big grab from SqUish.
Oh, unfortunate back throw incident there. Just nullifying all the pressure that Enti was being able to put out just to send him into the wall.
Using this meter coming out in droves from them, SqUish able to enact this pressure, has the burst, has the tension, has the gauge on their side. We don't get a wall break, but all the better. Gets another super layering on this damage, and we might be going to set point.
Very seemingly quick round, even though it did take a while. Just so much offense is going on, and all this defense to be able to block it is insane.
It's like every single time that somebody gets started, it's like they have the answer. Look at this pressure coming out from Enti, but the big counter hit from SqUish has the bot set up behind, and your meter can't get you out of this one.
Good YRC to get out into a tech throw, and unfortunate burst, but you need to do it just so you don't get hit by this big counter hit.
And we're back in neutral again. Enti just not able to get this game plan set up. Gets the big 2D. Look at this conversion from SqUish. Able to get back the resource meter on their side, but doesn't have the tension to make the most of it.
Yeah, the only saving grace right now is there's not much meter on the side of Jacko to send some more bots out, so we could get some aggression here over from Enti.
Look at that bomb coming out from Enti. Has the Roman cancel on their squad. SqUish not wanting to take it. YRC's out, but gets more bots on the screen. Doesn't end up getting the kick for the bot. Big 6P from Enti. But SqUish has a deflection on their side and doesn't get a chance to use it. Enti fights back and shows that they're still in this set.
What a great 6P into the low, just to be able to catch SqUish off when they were at low health. Just so hard to make that decision there.
This zoning game plan is so lethal from Enti. SqUish not able to get anything started. These follow-ups from the needles are really coming out and being a danger here. Gets the big 2P. SqUish is on such a low health, but they're able to start their own pressure that's got them very far in this set so far.
Oh, this has got to be frustrating if you're SqUish. There's not much you can do about it. You're just sitting full screen getting needle tasered the entire time, and that just lets Enti take game 3, coming back into this set.
Adapting and finally able to get the zoning game plan out. That's one of them. A lot of sets that I've seen. While this may be their first, I don't believe this is their first time in top 8 here at the Gambit, but I do believe this is the first time we've seen them be this oppressive on offense.
Yeah, it's certainly a treat to see.
Oh boy. Going into this fourth game, tides are turning left and right. It's like that we can never just get a stable match here. Everybody's fighting their best for that winner's side finals.
Oh yeah, everyone wants that nice advantage that you get where you don't need to have to reset the bracket too, if you can make your way into grand finals.
It's the zoning game plan started up again that's really been making waves for them, but SqUish able to get in, able to start this pressure. It gets the bot with the needle, doesn't get Jacko, and SqUish able to get a big conversion here.
Not until the wall break, unfortunately, but maybe this is just right where they want him instead of just keeping him at the wall, unable to do much.
Big install from Enti here. Look at these follow-ups from the needle. Doing so much. Goes to run up for the big overhead, but it doesn't end up working out. SqUish able to get on the offensive again. Has 50 meter and has all the burst in the world on their side. Enti not able to get anything started. 2K 2D pressure into the Elysium driver.
Very good conversions coming out into just being able to confirm with the Elysium driver just to secure the round.
No, just doing such a great job keeping themselves into this game. We're on set point, Taiga.
Yeah, it seems like SqUish has done a great job adapting to the zoning gameplay that Enti was showing us from last game, being able to just run at them and not let them sit full screen where they want to be.
is doing a great job getting these bots on field and not letting Enti get away or get anything started. As the JD end up happening out, tries to counter the zoning, but Enti starting to get this game plan going again, gets the needle counter hit, and just always has the meter for this Elysium driver.
Yeah, we're seeing some excellent meter usage coming up from both sides, really. Just being able to always have the resources you need to turn the tides of the situation into your favor.
Run up grab. Both players having burst on their side. Gets another grab with that Omni movement. Gets the back throw. Gets another hit, but doesn't end up blocking the burst here. Oh no, uses the White Wild Assault to try and get in, but takes out both of the projectiles. The White Wild Assault is minus on block, but doesn't get punished. SqUish, you're on the offensive here. Enti, what do you do? The YRC, the throw gets tacked. It's such a very scary situation for both players.
Oh my. Gets the 2P mash to secure the round, and we get to round 3.
Oh, a tied up set. Enti fighting their best off while SqUish is on set point. Enti does not care. This zoning game plan getting set up and getting really into the depths here. Look at what Enti's doing on offense, but SqUish is able to chase down.
Yeah, SqUish is doing a much better job, I believe, this round, trying to deal with this zoning, but now we just have Enti running at them instead, not even trying to zone them out.
Oh, look at this cross up here. Goes for the bait on some type of meter usage, but it doesn't end up working. Enti, you have bots in your face, but has 50 meter on their side for the burst and the tension gauge. Uses it to YRC out. Gets this zoning game plan set up again. Gets out the corner with the White Wild Assault, but it doesn't end up mounting into anything.
Yeah, we're just one hit away. Especially, oh, we got the burst out now, so now we really are one hit away. Just trying to get that last little mash to get in and finish this game.
Oh, that isn't a command grab anymore!
Oh, no.
Enti able to block and tie up this set 2-2. Enti was on the brink of defeat at one point, looking so scary going into that round, but able to muscle it out and take us to a game 5.
Oh my, that is just astonishing to see. We can even get the potential reverse sweep here.
Man, so incredibly close. Both of these players are trying their best to pull ahead, but it just seems like they're tied in every dynamic.
Oh yeah, feels super even on both ends.
Goes for the big jump in. SqUish able to start this pressure, getting out to a big lead, and Enti not wanting to take it, decides to burst, plays a high health character, so they'll be getting it back soon, but oh my gosh, here comes this pressure from SqUish, getting the bot set up on screen, and look at how Enti's able to deal with it.
Luckily he is on the bed, which does have so much health that you can afford to take a couple hits, but you can't just eat this pressure forever. You need to be able to get in there and start establishing something of your own.
Big conversion opportunity here. Gets you stuck at full screen. Jacko has lots of good ways to control space, and Enti is falling victim to it now. The deflect shield doesn't get the hit that you desire, and look at this counter hit from SqUish.
Oh, big damage coming out for SqUish. Able to end the round with the tap dust in their corner, too.
SqUish, again, I know I've said it once, but I'm gonna say it again, is on set point, and Enti is getting this zoning game plan set up, sitting from full screen, not wanting to let SqUish get in, but oh, big counter hit from SqUish, allows them to get these bots on screen. Sandwich pressure is gonna be devious, but no, the bot doesn't end up going behind.
Unfortunate that the bot stayed in front, but we got a big counter hit. You got a burst there, yeah, just so you don't take so much damage and really put yourself in a bad opportunity.
While they may have the lead so far. Oh no, the big counter hit 2D! SqUish is able to get a conversion, and that White Wild Assault is able to get a big counter hit! Oh, this zoning situation is so close! Enti able to snipe out these bots and really get this pressure started!
Oh my, this is just too close. Every single time you're just met with either a bot or you're met with an Eagle Taser into the counter close slash to Beyblade. We're probably gonna see YRC to save this round for them just from now, though.
Going back to resting on their laurels, gets the deflect shield and is able to take the round. We're in final game, final round of our first set in winners. Gets a big counter hit on the low, goes into the corner. Enti enforcing this pressure that's got them here to this point.
Insane pressure, able to just keep him in the corner, but it was great for SqUish to be able to get out of that corner pressure from Enti.
Enti in such a big situation right now, on a chance to get to winners finals, is being so patient, and SqUish is able to take advantage of it. Gets a big 2K2D, forces it into the corner again. Big counter hit, doesn't have the burst to get out of it. Has a 100-meter on their side, but because of the height that the wall stick happened, not able to go into the Elysium driver.
Big wild assault off the start just to try to establish some presence here. Having to burst there as well. Really putting these resources on an even playing field.
Oh, the JS able to vacuum in, allows Enti to be able to go in for a big conversion, but no! SqUish able to get the hit from behind! Takes a close set from the jaws of Enti, stops the reverse sweep from happening, and punches their ticket to winners finals! Starting out here in our second set of winner's side, we have #1 Jorts fan coming in on the Axel. We've seen them before. They made a far run last time we saw them in top 8, but they have to get away from Celphy, get this zoning game plan started out, and they do so with a burst. Celphy unable to enact this game plan, but is able to get on their own. Big zoning game coming out. Celphy able to jump in and start this zoning.
Yeah, it's really just both players are just sitting very patiently, just trying to throw out their long buttons and just see what the other one does. And then we finally see Celphy teleporting in there to try and establish some pressure.
Look at this though, #1 Jorts fan able to get that Rinsen out, gets a big explosion to close out the round. Celphy though had a chance to take it, the BRC just not going their way, getting it full screen, and Jorts fan able to take big examples from this, making it so hard for Celphy to get anything started.
Yeah, it's just looking really oppressive, especially with these cross-beam command grabs. It's like, what are you just supposed to do against all this zoning here?
The way they're controlling space, using these tornadoes, getting big mix off of the OTG, and wins the first game with a perfect, going up 1-0 in the set.
Very quick game coming out here from Jorts, being able to just smother out all of Celphy's offense very handily.
Not only doing a great job at just stopping everything that Celphy is trying to do on offense, but also playing great defense, not really letting Celphy get away with anything for free. One mess up and we're back at full screen playing into this Jorts fan gameplay.
Yeah, it's just very difficult to see. Just the test is struggling to get in.
Right, going in here, gets a big command grab, not only getting the mix up close, but getting it far away, really delaying these timings on the explosion as it's not working out, but the Arbiter sign able to give Celphy a chance to get in, but no, Jorts fans not having it.
Yeah, good to see some more of these long-range options from the Testament to try to be able to answer all these Rensens and command grabs.
Very scary here, making their presence known, going up 1-0. It just feels like Celphy doesn't have a chance to get anything started, but gets a big 2K2D, goes in for this fuzzy overhead mix setup, but Jorts fan able to burst out, get themselves back at full screen, but look at this teleport from Celphy.
Oh yeah, this teleport is going to be very nice to be able to just close this gap very effectively, so you just can't let Axel be at full screen, and you get the wall stick into the round and a perfect on top of it.
Celphy fights back, showing that first game is not indicative of how the set is gonna go, but Jorts fan able to get more zoning out on the board, making it to where Celphy really has to work to get in, but a big setup on the punches here, going into the corner, and we're getting more mix.
Yeah, I think this is what Celphy needed to do. Just keep teleporting around, just make it hard for the Axel to play and know where you are.
Gets the bomber, but doesn't end up getting the full. Oh! Gets the one vision to freeze, but doesn't get a conversion off of it. Was it such low health, but not able to get a big conversion that would have won the round. Gets the crow into the Arbiter sign, going into the corner, but teleports another big hit. But Jorts fan has to teleport out, gets to full screen, is able to enact this game plan. How do you overcome this if you're Celphy?
Just like that, I guess. Just gotta teleport in, and that secures Celphy the game off of it too.
Celphy able to fight back. They were on such low health for so long in that round. It could have went either way, but the Testament is able to really adapt and show Jorts fan that this is not going to be an easy set to win.
Oh no, that was some great adaptation just by being able to utilize the teleport more and just play around with your positioning, because it gets you in so quickly that it's just doesn't seem like Jorts fan was able to deal with it much.
But I mean, Jorts fan though, doing a great job whenever they're able to get this offense started, really delaying these follow-ups, but not able to make it happen in that round. What a good Arbiter sign to catch out the tornado, but Jorts fan is really good at getting these started, has to burst out. Now we're just back into the game plan. You try to play defensively, you're just working for Jorts fan.
Yeah, you gotta be the aggressor in this matchup, which we are seeing Celphy do very well now, being able to send up the Succubus Super into the wall break for a hard knockdown.
Ooh, look at that wild assault conversion, getting us here, gets the stain pop. Oh my god, look at that, perfect!
Incredible stuff coming out from that round on Celphy's end.
It just seems like whenever Celphy's able to get something started, it works really well for her. But look at Jorts fan, able to get these rinse and explosion follow-ups out and really able to control the flow of the game, not letting Celphy get anything started. They have burst on their side, but it's looking like it's not enough. An Arbiter sign, able to get something started for Celphy, but not able to continue.
And Jorts really showing off that they're still here to play. They made it to top 8 for a reason. So you need to just keep at it. You gotta keep adapting till now what they're gonna do.
Couldn't be more real. Gets the teleport in on the rinse and throw out. Has the Succubus right in front, but look at this. More Arbiter signs. Gets the high-low mix, and Jorts fan can only do so much. Has the Succubus right in front, but not able to get a big hit out. Gets the teleport 2K2D, sends the projectile, but no, Jorts is able to jump out of the pressure.
Great just block there to not get vacuumed in by the overhead rinse and into the reversal super to get the round and the game. 2-1 for Celphy.
Celphy is looking so dominant right now, really working this advantage and really taking advantage of whenever they have the stains on Jorts fan. And Jorts fan is still doing a great job. We saw there in that round that they were really able to do well on offense whenever given the chance. And even that first round that they were able to get such a great thing from both characters, or both players, I should say.
Yeah, we did see some good adaptation from Jorts fan trying to deal with all this more teleporting and all these sideways mix-ups. So it was really good to see. Hopefully we could just see more in this next game.
Yes, Solitude. I finished my project, harping on old jokes, but going back into this game to something that actually matters, is able to really do a great job on the side of Celphy, forcing Jorts fan to calm down, take a break, let themselves know that they're still in this. That set count has not hit 3 for Celphy yet.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to take a little breather, just relax a second and just reset and get into the next game.
It's such a good thing that we see beginners doing more often, and we really vibe for it. Making it to where you can reset your mental in a situation like this where your opponent just got up 2-1 in very convincing fashion really helps out. And look what it's doing for Jorts fan. Forces out the burst from Celphy. Doesn't want to get mixed on. And oh, look at this rinse and pull in. 2K2D tries to get more setup and able to get full screen. Celphy is having to run the gauntlet of pressure right now. Runs under the Arbiter sign and is able to start getting something going.
And this is what I think we needed to see more from Jorts fan, just being able to hit the long range Rensons just to try to pull them towards so you can get the rainwater in.
It just seems like it's going back and forth either way. If you go full screen for Celphy, you're playing into Jorts' vision of neutral, but the same thing can be said for Jorts fan. Just going full screen isn't really letting them get everything they want, except for right now. Look at these Rinsons after Rinsons. Doesn't even give Celphy a chance to use burst. Ties the setup 2-2 with a perfect.
I swear, I blinked for 1 second and just Testament's health bar disappeared. It just went so fast. But you cannot play that passively against this Axel. We are seeing they are willing to throw out these command grabs full screen if you're just going to sit there and block.
No, Jorts doing such a great job. It's like they were able to get some, it's like they were able to kind of turn a switch when going for that break.
Yeah, it seems that break really helped them out. Hopefully we can see what they would be able to bring into this Game 5.
Both characters, or both players, really trying to submit themselves into that winners finals, but it seems like it could go either way. Second game of winners, and we already have another Game 5.
You love to see it. What can we say? I just gotta hope they keep coming. Just more Guilty Gear. That's what we're here for.
Heaven or hell.
Calm before the storm. Letting these intros rock out. Really wanting to give themselves to breathe and take in the moment.
Yeah, what a moment to take in.
It's time to rock, though. Jorts fan starting off very patient at the beginning and just using this Rinsen to go through Celphy's projectile. The Arbiter, though, able to catch them at full screen. But oh no, Jorts fan able to get it started again. Celphy in with the teleport, gets some Hoki started, gets the left-right mix with the Succubus teleport.
Yeah, we've been seeing Celphy do this most of this set, and it has just worked out so effectively, so you might as well just keep doing it.
Ooh, look at this, really able to challenge. Oh, gets the Arbiter conversion, the Stain pop, but Jorts fan able to jump in, get this zoning game plan started out again, gets a command grab, has the 50 meter on their side, but it's not needed, puts themselves on set point.
Very fast rounds coming out from both of these ends, just playing so aggressive all around.
You know, getting this very great mix in from full screen, but Celphy not having any of it. Slowly running up, approaching ever so slightly, has this Succubus up on the screen, but Jorts fan has the meter in tow, able to not get the wall break, but gets a big counter hit, has the meter to convert into a super, and this is more than likely gonna kill.
Great finisher there from Celphy, able to just close off the round and bring us to a final round in our Game 5.
Very scary stuff here. Big blocks coming out from Celphy, not wanting to get hit with that rinse and pull in, but Jorts fan showing what makes this character so incredibly threatening. Gets the Succubus teleport behind, forces out the burst from Jorts. If they can just get in one more time, they're going to be able to enact their game plan. Big counter hit, but has the burst. Doesn't want to get stuck again.
No meter on either side. We barely just got some for the Axle. What are you gonna do with it?
Zane pop off the Arbiter. It could go either way. It has to use the FD. Doesn't have the 50 meter on their side. Danger time. Danger from Celphy. Gets the teleport in with the 2K2D. Big run up. Been able to get the set. Celphy wins 3-2.
Alright, here we go. Of course, I'd expect nothing less out of Mad, just the run-up grab throw. Coming in with the item toss, trying to establish some very oppressive pressure into the snip. Can we get another one? Now we're just gonna go for the JD instead. Gotta burst out of that.
Oh, tries to go for more pressure, gets the Scarecrow PRC to really get up close and personal with Waffle. Health just being slopped off from Waffle's health bar, and we get a perfect from Mad LLC.
This is everything I expected to see from this matchup off the start already. Just everybody running at each other, going for grabs, and trying to get some nice big counter hits.
What an up Dolphin, though, using this stagger pressure to its most effective degrees, making Mad LLC think twice about mashing. We know Waffle had some insane pressure, but what a 6P!
Great 6P to be able to escape, but now you got a mini Faust behind you, so it's really scary. Into a meteor.
Into the bomb, making it to where this combo is gonna hurt, not even getting the chance for the bomb to go off. Waffle ties it up 1-1.
That was such a quick sequence of events, I could barely keep up, but we got a meteor off the bat into this nice corner pressure.
Oh, ends up getting the stagger from the blue Wild Assault, must have not been blocked, gets the banana peel on the floor, ends up hitting Waffle. This mix is so crazy, goes for the mix, Red RC, high-low setup.
Very impressive offense we're seeing coming out from Faust. Just one touch away, really, to secure this game.
But Waffle, you gotta remember they're on the other side, able to make the most out of this May, has burst, but doesn't end up going for it. The bomb gets thrown on the floor, but the Scarecrow ends up hitting Waffle, secures the first game of this set for MadLLC.
What a great way to cross up just to secure that last bit of damage there from MadLLC.
You know, one thing I would recommend after that first game for Waffle, just be a little bit more patient. You can see that MadLLC really wants to get this pressure started, really wants to get in, and May is so good at denying that. But it just seems like MadLLC has the answers no matter what Waffle does.
Yeah, it's just very oppressive just seeing MadLLC running at you. It's quite terrifying, honestly, because you know he's just going to try to command grab you and just put you into that throw strike mix.
Right. Going into the second game, what can we get here? Are we going to see these Waffle conversions come out in full force? We'll only be able to see in due time.
Yeah, so far a very passive round start, just trying to feel each other out into a quick burst from Faust.
Oh, tries to go in for the mix to suck up the trumpet, but it doesn't end up working. Waffle trying to use this up dolphin like a flash kick. It doesn't end up working out. Gets the meteors, really establishing this pressure on Thick, and here we go. The snips. Do we get more than one? No, only goes for one. The mental stack is really layering on Thick here.
Ooh, interesting BRC up just to try and throw off the bomb.
Gets a big OTG with that button coming out from May, and doesn't end up getting the throw here. The Blue Wild Assault able to confirm into a big pressure sequence, but Waffle able to get back in.
That is some very patient play when you got a May running at you like that, just to hold and then turn the tides in your favor.
Speaking of turning the tides in your favor, look at this damage just absolutely getting piled on. Such a big amount of red.
Yeah, it's very scary to get hit by a dolphin, especially in counter hit. You're just going to pick chunks of bail. And here we go into the snip mix.
Goes for one, gets the JD again. It's like Waffle is trying to get something out of these situations, but it just doesn't end up working. Has the burst at 100 meter on their side. A very great reversal, but the bomb explodes! Waffle not accounting for it. Scarecrow PRC mix gets the 5K, converts into the round win.
I didn't even know you could convert it off like that. That's insane to see. Great. And showing of your knowledge of your character, being able to secure that round from MadLLC.
Just doing such a great job at really enforcing this. But Waffle getting off the stand, really trying to get themselves back in. They seem shaken, but MadLLC is doing such a great job on offense.
Oh, this offense is just scary to be in, and we haven't seen Waffle be able to get much mileage in getting out of it. We haven't seen too many defensive options like YRC reversals either.
Going into game 3 of this set so far, MadLLC is able to be up 2-0, but isn't done yet. Gets the 1,000-ton weight into the 1,000-ton weight, getting this constant guard crush. Doesn't want to get hit by these conversions and pressure from Waffle, so decides to burst out. Gets the JD, Waffle finally blocks it, gets the mix, and it ends up in a wall break.
Just seemingly on another snip. These snips are just putting in so much work from MadLL, just being able to apply so much pressure and take the round.
MadLLC going up and set point to going on set point, doing a great job at enacting this mix, but Waffle is not out of this yet, using these dolphins to really get in, and it's slowly approaching. The FD can only do so much, but look at this, the 6P converts into a corner switch.
Unfortunate whiff on the grab there, probably just a little bit too early on your recovery frames from that PSV.
Look at that! Look at that Scarecrow to avoid the dolphin. Oh, but the 5H counter hit just ended up converting for Waffle. Gets another big counter hit. Gets one more big counter hit and ties up the round count 1-1.
Waffle really showing that you cannot whiff these buttons and get counter hit, otherwise you will get punished.
Doing such a great job at controlling neutral, just getting these items out, getting these hammers, throwing them full screen, but Waffle is not scared. Gets a big hit with that 4-frame 5P, but isn't finished yet. MadLLC finally able to close in. What do you do here if you're Waffle?
You gotta burst out of here, otherwise you are in for a bad time. But you hit the bomb and it still is active and gets you.
And Matt LLC is doing such a great job. Look at this burst bait though. Waffle's not out of it yet. Uses the Dolphin PRC to get some crazy mix, but it doesn't end up working. Matt LLC is slowly crouching in and gets the game. Wins this set 3-0.
Very quick games coming up from Red LLC just to secure this set.
Faust wins.
Top 8 loses side, not even letting the intros play out. Worth in the black, but Temmie in color 1 gets the big stab to go through all of the cubes and gets the big overhead from Worth. Uses the bomb to confirm it to another spell. Getting these spells out. Uses the Scarecrow, doesn't have the meter to PRC and starts getting these hits while this man is slowly falling off the board. Doesn't get a chance to pick up the item, but you're in defense as Asuka. Look at how fast his health flies. What a back throw.
We were just seeing such a great offense to be able to mitigate the mana that this Asuka has and able to just take out a large chunk of his health.
Oh, look at this though. Doing such a great job at keeping Temmie in the corner. What a super. Gonna patch out any move that happens, and Worth was in such a dangerous situation there, but able to clean it up and take round 1.
Yeah, great recovery from that first round. Able to just stop off this Temmie from being able to finish off when he had no mana.
I mean, Temmie though, able to get the super, able to get the boys out, but it doesn't end up mattering. Look at Wave, look at this spacing from Worth just outside of the scalpel range, walking forward, trying their best to get in, and finally does. Worth constantly having to back up, goes for the snip, but it doesn't work. Gets the burst out, goes for another snip, and Worth is out of mana.
Well, very risky mash there. That could have easily been a JD into that safe jump.
Oh, gets the bomb, gets the hair explosion, but it doesn't work out. Let's see what Worth does with the cards in hand. Gets a big counter poke out. Look at this combo. Doesn't end up working out. Temmie able to poke out of the corner. Doesn't have the meter advantage, but is able to get some stuff started. Gets the blue Wild Assault for plus frames, but doesn't have the meter to make the most of it.
Yeah, even then the hand wasn't very good, but it's good enough with the super to finish off the game. Worth taking game 1.
Worth making the best out of a bad situation. Had no mana there for a second, but just using the super to catch out the scalpel stab that Temmie has been representing for a lot of this match, making it a very close first game.
I mean, it seems like it was working pretty well. It's able to stuff out the cubes nicely because of how long it reaches and how active it is.
Constantly going in, making themselves known in this set, but we're not over yet. We're on to game 2 after a very close first one. Gets a big 6P on the 6H. Isn't able to go for the 6H into the scalpel, but look at the hand from Worth right now. Very great at setting up this game plan. Goes for the DP, gets blocked out. Another Scarecrow to appear behind, trying to get in on this crazy zoning.
Yeah, you want to stay on this Asuka right now while his hand is not very good. But we get the back throw into some nice cube Oki.
Using this super, just doing such a great job, but the Scarecrow PRC to avoid it. Now you're in Temmie's domain. Great pressure with this bomb, but doesn't end up getting anything off of it. Worth is able to run in, but the bomb from behind. Worth tries to punish the command grab, but it doesn't work out.
Great heads up play from Temmie, being able to recognize what item you pulled and adapt to the situation because of this.
Really great at making things work, and this Scarecrow isn't gonna work out this time. Worth able to get a big combo, breaks the wall, but doesn't have the super to do it. Only gets the positive bonus off the situation, and what a big counter hit from Temmie!
Yeah, got a burst out there into the PRC snip. What are we gonna do after? Are we gonna send him to Snip City? No, we're just gonna take our JD and burn all the mana away.
I mean, but Worth though, able to get the low into the Roman cancel, doesn't have the meter to make the most out of the cards in hand, but gets a big 6P, playing such great fundamental defense. Look at this conversion, has to get the burst out from Temmie. Temmie doesn't want to let go of this round yet. Oh, look at this conversion from Temmie.
Great conversion to be able to just take some more mana out of this Asuka, but now he's got auto mana too.
Has the auto mana, doesn't have to worry about much. Gets the jump over the bag, uses the BRC to get the plus frames. Doesn't have any meter on their side, but gets the low once again, tying up the game. Game rounds 1-1.
That was some great defense coming out. Even though they lost the round, it's just so hard to be able to block all of these cubes and then highs and lows.
Trying to get the bomb out of their face. Worth ends up getting hit by it. That's 1 ton weight. Ends up crushing the 6P from above. And look at this offense from Temmie. Able to cycle these items. Really able to get these guard crushes. Gets the big counter hit. And the burst builds, but isn't enough. Temmie able to tie up the set 1-1.
That's the issue with Asuka. If you don't got good cards, you run out of mana, you are so squishy that it just takes 1 clean hit and you will be losing chunks of your health.
Only so much you can do from that situation if you're Worth. I felt like they were getting checkmated at that point, but they're still in this, doing a great job on that first round and making things close, making Temmie work and really have to dig into this toolkit using the things like scarecrows to get around the zoning.
Yeah, if nothing else, you want to at least present these options so they need to worry about them in the future, especially early on in these sets.
Worth able to get things going, has to burst out because the scarecrow is just so great at representing how to get out of these different situations with the zoning, tries to scalpel out, but Worth able to predict the scarecrow, able to do it again and get free mana off of it.
Insane being able to just block those double scarecrow mix-ups. It's just so hard to be able to recognize all this.
Tries to go for the PRC to block, but it doesn't end up working out. Temmie able to get the big big grab into the wall break, gets positive bonus on their side, gets the scarecrow PRC mix, gets the stip, decides to convert it into a combo, but doesn't get the wall bounce.
Yeah, we're just pretty much down to ooh, red RC. What's the play? Drops the combo, unfortunately, in the corner.
Oh, gets the big gold burst, but the 1,000-ton weight's coming from behind. Can't take advantage of the blue wild assault and the plus frames that comes with it. Temmie putting themselves in position to win this game.
Yeah, great recognition of the items that are currently on the field to just be able to use that to your advantage.
Oh, big wall bounce coming out from Worth. Gets the vortex of hitbox, but has the YRC out. Gets the big low into the blue wild assault confirmed. The spell doesn't end up reaching. Big counter hit from Temmie, able to eliminate the mana on the board. Gets the PRC on the scarecrow and gets another grab. Goes for the JD, ends up exploding the hairdo, but they're not dead though.
Dropping it at the end, but still able to secure the game for Temmie. Very close.
You know, Temmie making things very convincing. Their Worth, though, able to really take a stake in that round for some point in time, but just not able to take it.
Yeah, it's just I think it's all these scarecrows. They're just playing all this left-right mix-up on Temmie. It's just hard to keep positioning yourself inside of these areas. And we have a switch.
Oh, wow. We're switching to the Happy Chaos. Putting in some work in here recently. We've been hearing talks in the Get Good Gambit server about how they had something ready for situations like this.
Yeah, very interesting to see. I think I've only ever seen them pull out their Happy Chaos once before, so I'm really interested to see how they're going to be able to utilize this over the Asuka.
I mean, we've seen Happy Chaoses in this bracket before. Things like Zay from Mental, things like Yarnspun Story, who did end up signing up today, just didn't make it through top 8. Coming in here with the JD, the JS cross-ups, getting the fires going, but Temmie able to enforce this corner pressure again. Look at the just blocks coming out from Worth, gets the mini Faust set on field, bursts out, jumps over the mini Faust, but gets hit with it anyways.
Yeah, Mini Faust out here saving the day, just making it a lot more dangerous for Worth to be able to do much in that corner.
Worth ends up giving up the round there, and Temmie gets on set point, also has the meter lead, able to get full screen, gets the curse on to Faust. Very dangerous here if you're Temmie.
Yeah, you do not want to be cursed up in this matchup. You will just get sent to the wall from anywhere.
Big 2Ps trying to make their presence known. Gets the counter hit 2D. Do we have a combo for this situation? No. Ends up dropping Temmie. Able to get on the offensive again. And look at this wrist cranking, Taiga.
Oh, it's good for worth that he's getting some time to breathe. Not much, it seems. Because that risk is just going to be so dangerous.
Oh, no. Not able to get the PRC. Not able to get the command grab on the PRC. Gets the low, and Faust and Temmie are praying for their lives here. Doesn't have the bullets in the chamber. Gets the big backdash on the Scarecrow, but it doesn't end up working out. YRC to keep themselves safe. Has the gun out. Pressure is going to get scary, and Temmie able to find a way out.
Yeah, unfortunate whiff there. Just on the close slash, I believe. Now you're just stuck back in this corner. All in the S-Pro too to finish it out.
Uses the Crow to win the set. 3-1 worth. Pride crawling back with the surprise Happy Chaos switch, but Temmie is able to make their presence known and moves on in this bracket. All right, we are assembling up into our losers semifinals. We have Madelel C coming in on the Faust after showing such a great showing from that top 8 set, and then we have Enti, while sadly falling in winners round 1. They did sure put on a good show. We have Madelel C really getting this pressure started, getting this snip, going in for the Oki, but the deflect shield comes out from Enti.
Yeah, good usage of deflect shield. You don't see that option too much, but it's been saving them so far in this round.
Gets the first round in this losers quarterfinals, I mean, and goes up in the round count. Enti though, not afraid, got the burst out, but not really able to make a good approach. The 6H gets a big counter hit, and we're able to follow up, gets the 1-ton weight for more pressure.
Yeah, it's very scary to just see Faust running at you when you should be running at him. You cannot let him get all these items out. It's just going to make your life very hard.
What a backdash coming out from Enti, showing what they need, but the PRC on the reversal super, able to get the jump up throw. Enti's on the back foot here. Madelel C's doing such a great job in pressure.
Good side swap over there to try to catch them, probably sleeping a bit. Into a bomb, and the throw to end the round.
And just such a great job from Madelel C, really enforcing this pressure and making Enti guess. It's so hard to guess what they're gonna do next.
Yeah, just the constant threat of snip is always just, it's gotta be in the back of your mind, because it can happen in the blink of an eye, and then you're not gonna have fun.
So, going in here to this next game, after that first game of this set, things are looking pretty close, I'd say. While Madelel C was able to come out on top, Enti doing great at adapting to these grabs, doing a really amazing job of backdashing and showing the options that are had to be able to get out of these close range situations.
Yeah, you really need to be able to represent the jumps and backdashes, just so that way you're not just gonna die out every time to snip.
All right, we're getting in here to our game 2, and Madelel C making their presence known with the Wild Assault, gets a big stagger into the command grab, goes in for more pressure. The mix, doesn't have meter to break the wall though.
This seems it doesn't matter too much, at least, because we can just keep running on our offense with blue Wild Assaults and red RCs to try and just shove Enti back into the corner.
Oh! Goes for the PRC on the grab to go for another grab, and it doesn't end up working out. We're going to get a big conversion from Enti. Gets the wall stick into the wall break. Gets the positive bonus on their side, and while they have no resources, they're going to be getting them back quickly.
Yeah, very unfortunate whiff. Just a little bit too early from the red RC there.
Maybe wanted to go for a different option, but just didn't get the chance to. But Madelel C not able to convert. Uses their burst meter for the blue Wild Assault, and it doesn't end up working out. Oh, but look at Madelel C doing shades of what they did. Or not Madelel C, that was Temmie that did that. Using the Scarecrow to get past the zoning and starting this round off great. Goes in for the run-up throw and gets this Oki set up.
Oh, and we eat a trumpet just to get another snip off into a JD to keep applying this pressure.
The mix going up and down, left and right, it seems. Goes for the fake out on the mix, knowing it's going to be blocked, and they don't have the meter to make it safe. Going up for more pressure, but look at what Enti's doing. Such a great job continuing this pressure after getting out of that throw situation.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job on defense versus these snips, but it's just not been enough because all the other offense has just been too smothering as well.
Gets the install off of the 2K2D, sends almost full screen with that, goes for the follow-up on the run-up from the needle, and doesn't have the super install to keep going, but is making this life even. So close, the white Wild Assault gets sniped out, and Mad LLC goes up 2-0.
Very good call out on the white Wild Assault right there into the 2K just to finish off the round and secure game 2.
Up 2-0, and Enti has faced this situation before. Just like in winner's side, they're now down 2-0, but it's up to them to be patient, get their bearings back, and get their head back into the set.
Yeah, just take a little breather, change the music, get some water, just get ready for this next game, and then you could do your best to bring it back.
And going into this next set, there's only so many actions you can take.
Yeah, we're seeing everything being used from both sides, just the entire kits of both characters being utilized here.
Mankind knew that. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Really respect the run start snip into the quick burst out from Enti into another whiff. Mad LLC is kind of not having much luck right now with these snips.
Oh, it's a big counter hit conversion. Almost converts, but it ends up dropping. Not what you want to see here if you're Enti. Great jump on the Scarecrow. Not getting hit by any one of these grabs, but Mad LLC finally is able to get their game plan going. Goes in, doesn't get command grabbed again, but but dashes back into a 6H.
Yeah, you're gonna get hit by one of them eventually. Sure, it takes a few tries, but still gets there in the end.
Oh, this is so scary. Run up, command grab. Doesn't get the damage from the bomb, but gets the chance to go in for more mix and pressure. Uses the YRC to get out of the situation, but we gotta remember, Mad LLC gets hit by the charge dust.
Oh, last touch here. What are we gonna do? Oh, barely unable to just stuff out the tap dust from Enti and taking the round.
2 dust in a row are very scary indeed. It's almost so hard to block this mental stack from Enti. What a side switch from Mad LLC! But somehow Enti able to block it, proceeds to get more pressure in the corner, has 50 meter on their side and gaining positive bonus.
Great just block, being able to stuff out that pressure into a Wild Assault RC to continue into this corner.
If you're Mad LLC, you don't have a choice but to burst there. You really don't want to get hit. The meteor's coming out from Mad LLC, runs up for the command grab and has the mini Faust to keep them covered. Would have gotten me. It's so hard to see. These backdashes are coming out from Enti.
Yeah, I must say thank you, Delilah, for blocking the mini Faust. Very appreciated.
Oh, gets the install. We've seen how scary Enti can be with it. It snipes out the scalpel grab. Enti is still in this set, putting up a game on the board.
Now, Yukio, does this seem familiar to you once again?
Oh, it so does. We're getting memories of the past here. SqUish is watching this and thinking, oh no, it's gonna happen to somebody else, but Mad LLC, it's up to you. It's so possible to continue out the set.
Oh yeah, great showing from both players in that round though, I must say. Good job utilizing the offensive capabilities of Bedman, just keeping it Mad LLC down in that corner, unable to do much.
No, both sides of this just doing some very impressive things. Mad LLC just going great on their pressure. We've seen them confusing people all day with these snip, 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 strike, throw mix. And it's just becoming more and more apparent. But look at Enti starting off the game with a J back S and now getting this pressure game started using the white Wild Assault. And Mad LLC is so hard to get anything started.
You're not the only one that can throw, it seems, here, Mad. Into a whiff 6H, but we still continue it with the double 2K. Get the wall break.
And that 6H coming out. Another White Wild Assault delays off the hard knockdown. And oh my god, Taiga, that's a perfect.
That's about as good as you can get off of a round for Enti.
Another 6P coming out from MadLLC. Gets a big counter hit here, but it doesn't convert into anything. Has to use the Blue Wild Assault to keep the pressure going. Has 50 meter on their side, but it doesn't mean much when you're BRCing forward into Enti's pressure. Red Roman cancel up to convert into more damage. Uses the ball to give themselves some very hard to react to mix and breaks the wall.
Incredible mix coming out from Enti. Just being able to carry all that air damage into the corner and get the wall break.
Oh, look at that foresight. Tries to White Wild Assault through the Faust minis, but it doesn't end up working. Goes for the run up on the meteors, gets a big counter hit, uses the Blue Wild Assault to go forward and breaks the wall.
Yeah, very patiently with the White Wild Assault too. And we just mix in and PRC. What's our play here?
What a heads-up backdash from Enti. Gets the omnidirectional movement into the chip kill. What a convincing game 2, Taiga.
This is just what we wanted to see here. More game 5s. Keep them coming, please.
Enti just being a game 5 magnet right now. It's so impressive to see how they adapt. It's like they just flipped the switch and turned on this insanely good pressure and elusive defense.
Yeah, maybe they just used the first 2 games to download their opponent and then just go from there.
But now we're in game 5, 2-2 apiece. How do we think this is going to go, Taiga?
It's really going to come down to who gets the offense started first, because both sides have such oppressive offense. So whoever can get these first hits is going to come out looking very strong.
You're correct. I do believe it's a matter of who can get offense started first, but I also believe that both of these players have the opportunity to get out. The mini Faust being hit and not being able to score another hit. But Enti deciding to burst out right away. The scalpel pull, getting the hit, and we get the clean hit. Going up for more follow-ups here, and MadLLC looks like they're on the offensive first.
Yeah, we're seeing some good backdashes coming out, trying to block these snips just like that. But Mad is starting to mix it up a little bit too by adding in some 2Ks.
Oh, look at the block after the YRC. What patience coming out from MadLLC. Doesn't end up working for the side of Enti, but this high fuzzy mix is so scary. Has to use the deflect shield. Doesn't want to get hit, and MadLLC does not care. Goes for the jumping normal and puts themselves on set point.
Incredible patience, as we just saw, being able to just wait for Enti to just do whatever he's going to do and then capitalize off of it.
So scary here. Gets a big hit, leads to a conversion, breaks the wall. Enti does have the meter on their side though. Big White Wild Assault to punish the snip. Doesn't end up working the 6P on the jump in though.
Yeah, just seen a lot of meter being spent here, just trying to establish our presence in this round.
Look at these backdashes coming out from Enti though. Blocks the bag on the head and makes MadLLC pay for it. Able to get their offense started. Has the follow-ups in the meter to make themselves safe. Goes for the JD, but look at MadLLC. Able to mash out and gets the 6H.
Fantastic match there. That is one of the few points where you can reliably get out of bed pressure just like that.
Another 6H. So impressive in this matchup. Has the mini Faust out on field. The bag throw gets used, and Enti is out of our bracket after trying so hard to get the reverse sweep.
Yeah, and it looks like we're about to get another great one too, as we got Jorts fan and Temmie.
Yeah, both of them making their claim for top 8, and Jorts fan able to do such a great job with that burst, and oh, Temmie using these scarecrows to avoid the mix right off the gate. But look at this back throw from Jorts.
Yeah, we're just back throwing each other all the time, it seems, as we just get back thrown to back throw.
Really great at continuing this pressure, jumping back, making them think the pressure was over, but it isn't. Goes in for another JD, goes over the rainwater for another JD, and what a way to take this first round.
Yeah, very good showing from Temmie there, just to be able to keep Jorts in the corner and not let them do anything.
Oh, wow. We have more items being thrown out. You have to block if you're Temmie here. The banana on the ground. The mix in the... Oh, wow, the Scarecrow just doesn't matter in the face of that zoning from Jorts fan.
Yeah, just being able to teleport onto this Axel from wherever on screen is just going to be so nice and handy to get in.
Especially whenever you have the meter to make yourself have a counter hit conversion. Gets a big conversion into the corner, has positive bonus at their back.
Yeah, looking very rough for Jortsfin. You got a burst there, but into a command grab from full screen.
Oh, wow. Delaying the Scarecrow fall to try and catch Jortsfan out. Temmie has them in the corner, but Jortsfan is able to find a way out.
What a 2H there to catch off Temmie in the corner there, just to finish it off.
And gets the big golf swing, has the Scarecrow, and the bomb to make it safe. You can't mash out there if you're Jorts fan, but we're at full screen for Jorts fan Temmie, just waiting for a moment to use that Scarecrow.
Honestly, I would have fallen to the exact same thing that just happened. I would never have predicted that to occur. Just dodging with the Scarecrows.
Man, these Scarecrows are playing such a big part of this match. Using Scarecrow S has the PRC and the meter to get the snip. That's free mix on your side. But Jorts fan able to have the burst get built, and it's just one hit and you're done. Temmie able to take a close first game.
Very good showing from Temmie there, just to be able to just stop whatever Jortsfan was doing. If they ever tried to take space, there was always just a Scarecrow in, so you can get no room to breathe here.
Man, got me so mixed up. I'm saying clan tags. Man, I'm out here going crazy for these matches.
That's just how exciting they are.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
It's such a crazy first game. And you know, what you do have is an outside factor. Maddle LC is also a part of the same org that Jorts fan is a part of. Both of them are players for Bato City, and it's another great bracket that all of you beginners should go check out. Please go support Bato. We love them here at the Get Good Gambit. But all that to say, Temmie versus Jorts fan game 2. Temmie up on the board so far, gets a big 2K into the big scalpel pool, and again we see these Scarecrows making such a big impact in this set.
Yeah, it's just being able to keep your pressure up with these crows is just being too oppressive for Axel to do much of anything.
Oh, big PRC from the Scarecrow coming from the above length, and it's just not working out. Jorts now being a little bit more patient, trying to call out these Scarecrows and just getting counter hit at every turn. We see a big conversion that goes into the wall stick, and the mix takes the round.
Great patience there, but ultimately not paying out enough for Jortsfin.
Trying to get these items on the field, and finally is able to get a big afro here, but is able to use the JD to get the explosion.
Yeah, we're just seeing all these mixes being able to take Jortsfin all across the screen, but then we get a back throw into a tornado.
Very scary stuff here if you're Temmie, but look at this, a big hit from Jorts fan, able to start the pressure, gets a big counter hit. We're gonna see some great mix here.
And a Rinson to finish it off. Round 2 going to Jortsfin. Final round.
You know, making these sets as close as possible is Jorts fan and Temmie. It feels like both games have went to final round so far. The afro getting put onto Jorts fan, but Jorts fan being able to set these tornadoes up in the corner, gets a big JD and able to ignite that afro on fire, but not able to take full advantage of it. Uses the Scarecrow to get out of the corner, but look at Jorts fan taking advantage of the spacing.
And it seems Jortsfan's really adapted to Temmie trying to crow behind them to gain space.
Oh, the reversal super is going to end up catching the backdash, and Jorts fan ends up taking a game here.
Yeah, great showing just to recognize that backdash was coming and being able to punish it with the reversal super.
And It's so hard. It's so hard to really do much of anything with the way that Jorts fan is adapting. Temmie, though, still representing these great scarecrows to try and get in.
Oh yeah, Temmie's not out by any means necessary, but it has looking like Jorts fan is adapting very nicely to this Faust matchup.
Oh wow, look at this though. Able to throw out this command grab. Very scary stuff here if you're Temmie. Trying to control neutral, getting these set up, runs in, is able to get the horn, able to make it to where the burst doesn't matter, throws out the hammer, big 6H and gets the scalpel pull, uses the PRC to keep the scarecrows safe, but Jorts fan is able to get out.
There's just so much happening on screen. It's just hard to keep track of everything that's going on. We're just seeing anvils fall, pros are whiffing, and we're getting some grabs. It's just intense gameplay here.
You're right, it is intense and very hard to navigate, but Jorts fan is still somehow finding a way, but not to count Temmie out though. Gets a big hit on the first round, and look at this risk slowly building, uses a 6H into the scalpel pull, gets a big hit. We're forced back into the corner, and look at Temmie enacting this crazy pressure.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that was intended not to clean hit and wall break, just so you could keep the axle in the corner to keep your pressure up. And gets a perfect from Temmie as well.
What a way to get a perfect Scarecrow PRC to keep themselves safe and react to whatever Jorts fan does. But Jorts fan able to throw out these grabs. Really scary stuff. Getting the zoning plan activated. The rinsing into the explosion follow-ups. So scary in this game plan department.
Yeah, but all it takes is one good whiff, and then you are not gonna have a fun time in that corner for Axel.
Oh, uses the 5K to hard call out the Scarecrow, and does another great job. Gets the throw on board whenever Temmie tries to throw out an item, and goes up in this set 2-1.
Great awareness there, just to see when the item pull was coming out, just to throw out the command grab to catch them.
You know, if you're Temmie here, you were doing so much great stuff in the beginning of the set, but it just isn't translating to later in the set, I mean. And Jorts fan is just finding such great ways to adapt. But you're not out of this yet, Temmie. There has no bell been going on, and we've seen many game 5s so far.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're by no means out of this game, but so long as Jorts keeps up this pressure, we might be moving on shortly.
Doing a great job at calling out these scarecrows and doing a great job at just throwing out these command grabs. Has the one universe on their side, but doesn't get to use it in the combo. The combo does end up dropping, and man, the scarecrows just aren't working out for Temmie like they have been. Jorts fan going on set point.
Didn't even need the super there, just added in there for style, it seems.
Oh wow, look at this grab though, runs up Rinsen. The mental stack is getting so high on Temmie. What do you do here? Has the one vision, gets the bomber, breaks the wall, and we're so close to death if you're Temmie here.
Yeah, we're just down to the last hit here, so you gotta be very careful on any approach you do.
Things just not working out for Temmie here, and Jorts fan ends up going on in the set, or ends up going on this tournament, winning 3-0, getting into this winner side top 8 match. We have SqUish coming from that dominant or very close set against Enti, but we have Celphy and another close set in themselves, barely escaping the zoning prowess of Jorts fan. But look at this, able to get this zoning started. SqUish is on their back feet already.
Yeah, off to a nice early lead from Celphy, just able to zone out this SqUish Jacko, making them not able to get in and set these robots down.
Has to burst out, and doing a crazy good job here from the side of Celphy, sending out these very active projectiles and stopping SqUish from getting their game plan started.
Yeah, but we can't just SqUish out that easily now, as they're able to get the corner with all these bots in there, keeping Celphy locked down.
Oh, you couldn't be more correct here, Taiga. Able to get up close and personal, get this mix started, decides to set down a bot, but doesn't use the super to break the wall. Has so much health and meter on their side. What are they gonna do here?
Ooh, good bait on the YRC from Celphy. Using up a lot of meter from SqUish's side now. They don't have much to work with.
Oh, clashing on the 6P, trying to make themselves known in neutral, saying that you cannot jump on me. But look at Celphy, able to get themselves out, able to make a way for them to get back into this round. But look at SqUish, able to close it out.
2 dust, my beloved, able to just catch your toes and finish off Celphy on 1 HP.
Alright, making things go insanely fast here. Celphy able to get the zoning set up back on track, and SqUish able to find a way to back up, get some spacing just outside of that zoning range, and get their game plan started again. Has these big normals trying to get catches, but it's just not working out for SqUish here.
Yeah, all these teleports from Celphy are proving really effective to keep SqUish guessing on where they are.
SqUish doing a great job getting this mix out, avoiding the YRC with the spacing alone, and what a big conversion to break the wall.
And we're coming down to the wire here. One good hit from either side would really end it with some meter.
It's the Upgrave Reaper doing a great job throwing out these projectiles, and SqUish able to make it a close affair, digging in deep, getting close, has the 50 meter on their side, and Celphy almost getting the danger penalty, getting negative penalty, not wanting to approach SqUish, making things so scared. One hit can do it, and Celphy ends up taking the first game of this set.
Oh my god, are we just gonna have this again? Every winner's game has been so close down to the wire. Last touch, round 3.
It's so scary here. Like, it's almost as if they're doing such a getting so close and just not able to really close it out. Celphy able to make themselves have a lead in this first game.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to lead when it comes to this matchup. You want as much space to breathe as you can get versus the SqUish Jacko.
Getting the big pull in here, going crazy on offense, making every hit count. Celphy showing what made them get that first game, but look at SqUish with the great defense, able to jump out, showing how they were to make it so competitive.
Yeah, but now we're sitting full screen right where Test wants you, with some Arbiter Signs and a Teleport JH to finish the round.
And both of these players assembling up to top 8 in winner's side, but it's not finished yet. Celphy able to get in with these teleports, using this crow to their advantage, getting these succubuses on screen, getting these sane pops, but SqUish able to get a big counter hit, has the bot set up behind, but it doesn't end up working out.
Yeah, we really need to see some good pressure going from SqUish here, but unfortunately gets sent into the corner themselves.
Sane state applied, gets the big pop off, and oh no, SqUish able to mash out. What a great job from them.
Yeah, maybe just good awareness on the side of SqUish to be able to get out of that succubus super and then take this round.
Big round on the side of SqUish, crawling back and making it close again. First on their side, but look at Celphy able to use these teleports, gets a big conversion, goes up with the succubus, or with the crow to the succubus, but it doesn't end up working out. The combo drop, SqUish is able to get out, and look at this big counter hit. SqUish is able to get into the corner, but Celphy gets out.
Yeah, we're just seeing great usage of these teleports by Celphy, able to just close this distance and just be wherever they want to be and then take the round and game 2.
Celphy is putting in work right now, showing the power that Testament has, but SqUish is making it close, taking rounds off the board and showing that they're down but not out.
Oh, for sure. This might be 2-0, but this scoreline does not tell the story of how the set has been so far.
Getting so close into the nitty-gritty of it on game 3, and man, Celphy is really making it hard for SqUish to get anything started. Goes in with the teleports, and we've been seeing them use that all day.
Oh, yes, they have been showing these teleports to such great effectiveness against everybody they've played against so far.
Jumping back, keeping their space, and SqUish able to throw out some bots, able to get some zoning started, gets hit with the crow, cross up, gets the stain state applied, but not able to get anything off of it. Look at how they're navigating neutral, Taiga.
And they're doing an exceptional job at just left-right mixing SqUish here.
Oh wow, the Arbiter sign though, able to get under the feet and just make it to where Celphy is on set point, getting so convincing right now, but SqUish is not out of it. Throwing these bots, they're getting eliminated, but she's still finding her way in.
Yeah, it just feels so hard to get anything started against Celphy's Testament right now.
You know, I think it's that Celphy just understands the spacing so well and how they can get this mix started. Up, down, so hard to block this mix. Teleport in, has to use the YRC. Doesn't want to get caught up, give themselves a second chance at life.
Yeah, you're gonna need as many chances as you get right now because you're down to your last bit of health.
And look at how Celphy is keeping this spacing, showing how they've gotten here. The danger coming out from SqUish, making it so hard to get anything started. Danger coming out from Celphy as well, and puts the projectile through the bots to go up into grand finals. Jorts fan, we've seen make a tear through the bracket so far, but not done yet. They have to get through Mad LLC if they want to see SqUish in losers finals.
I'm really interested to see how this is going to play out because I'm sure these two players are like practice partners in itself, so they're going to know what each other wants to do very well.
There's going to be another layer to mix of this losers semi-finals, and you know what, number one Jorts fan going insanely crazy right now and just trying to get in, but look at this, Mad LLC representing what Temmie was doing, trying to use these scarecrows to get in, gets the jump off the stagger from the blue wild assault and gets another grab, goes in for another snip, one after another, uses the JD and gets the wall break.
Very good offense coming out from Mad LL there just to get the double snips with the mini Faust behind for safety.
Very scary here. Uses the meteor, gets the cross up with the PRC Scarecrow, and it doesn't matter. If you got hit there, you were gonna get comboed, and if you did get hit, you had to take the pressure after those meteors. But look at this, Jorts fan able to get the zoning set up, gets the back hit of that, and gets the throw out into the corner.
Yeah, so it's just terrifying seeing Metal just run at you full screen like that.
Mad LLC using the skitter forward, gets you hit and drops the 1,000-ton weight. Oh, here we go. Gets the reversal super, the 1,000 tons drops and gets the pull inside.
Yeah, great reversal there coming out from Jorts to just get Metal off of them.
Very scary stuff. Gets a big hit and the 5K comes out, able to stop any advancement forward that Mad LLC would have.
Yeah, very good round from both sides there. And now we got equal meter on both ends.
Jorts fan tries to throw out the Rinsen, but we've seen shades of this before. Throws out the Scarecrow, gets the explosion, gets a conversion, gets the wall stick into the wall break, decides not to use the meter to break though.
Insane conversion there, because we need that meter right now for the PRC Pro as always.
Exactly. Doing such a great job at getting this mix in. The faultless defense actually ends up making you safe, and you have to hold this. The snip coming out from Mad LLC to take the first game.
Yeah, great round there from Mad LL just to apply the offense and keep Axel just locked down, unable to really get much going.
You know, what do you do here if you're in Jorts fan position? Ends up losing a very close first game to Mad LLC, a training partner, somebody they know they have experience against.
I don't know. This is just where we need to see, I guess, more innovation happen. I'm not quite sure. It's always very difficult when both ends of the match know what's coming out.
All right. Going into this game 2, it could go either way right now. That first game did end up being very close. We have to see who's going to go see SqUish in losers finals.
Duel 1.
Yeah. Either way, it's going to be one fantastic loser final game.
Gets these Rinsen set up, but doesn't end up getting a chance to do anything. These Scarecrows are getting behind Jorts fan. We're seeing flashes of this first game that they had against Temmie.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent. We're seeing a lot of similar aspects coming out on both ends of the defense and offense.
Ooh, look at that risk gauge being cranked up to ungodly proportions, but is able to YRC out. Has the Afro on fire though, so can't get too far. Gets a big counter hit, pushes to the wall, gets the wall stick and breaks to take the round.
I must say I was not expecting that to kill by any means, but I guess I'm underestimating the damage Faust can output.
I mean, both of these characters do such a great job at controlling space. You don't really recognize that they do such high damage until your health bar is being evaporated.
Oh, for sure, and even with just this chip damage from these Rensons, it's just ticking down from Metal.
Exactly, but what a jump there off of the grab. Gets a big conversion, pushes more into the corner. The 5K doesn't end up working, but the 6-8 able to make Jorts fan think twice, but isn't able to get the Faust army like one would think. Has the YRC out of the bad situation, but has burst on their side.
Ooh, unfortunate block here coming out, and the mini Faust to stuff the rest of the reversal out into a command grab.
Able to stuff the reversal, but ends up making it safe, actually. We would have so gotten a big conversion. The snip into the PRC, into the snip, gets the back hit and ends up chipping out with the mix. Mad LLC goes up 2-0.
My god, that is just such great awareness there to recognize that the Renson's coming out to just Scarecrow and then get on top of Axel and just finish that game.
You know, Jorts fan just doing such a great job at really enforcing this pressure, really making this zoning prowess known from Axel. But Mad LLC is just doing such great things, using these Scarecrows to get through and not overusing them, using them just when the time is right, when Jorts fan isn't expecting it.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job at just sprinkling in the Scarecrows, just so you gotta keep a awareness of it, but not enough to where it's gonna be predictable.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Very scary stuff here. Gets the Renson into the... Oh, look at this! Another Scarecrow able to catch Jorts out. And what do we do here? Throws the horn up and isn't able to get it from Mad LLC here. What are we doing? Where are we going through the back throw incident?
It's so tragic to see. Now you get sent into the tornado and then Axel just gets to do whatever they want.
Oh, big counter hit here. Gets the OTG dash cancel into the run forward. Goes to go for mix, but it doesn't end up working. Scarecrow PRC, snip. What are we gonna see here?
Good 5K to stuff out the continuation of what I assume would be more sniffs.
You know, going in for this mix with the 5K, just able to stuff it out. Gets the 6-8 stagger counter hit, and Jorts fan running all the way up from downtown, but getting stopped before the rainwater can come out.
Yeah, just really establishing themselves on the screen as Axel. Not too often you just see them run like that across the entire screen.
Jorts fan was trying to get something started, but it doesn't end up working. Blocking, tries to continue the pressure, but gets hit out by the palm. Throws the banana down, but the reversal super is going to keep it going. The banana makes them slip.
Oh, that's tragedy striking once again. Just having these items blocking these reversals is just so oppressive.
Really trying to get space and pressure started. The mini Faust able to control you, and Mad LLC has made the game tied at 1 apiece and puts themselves on set point.
Yeah, we got good blue wall to start off the pressure into the mix. Just trying to keep Axel in this corner.
Very scary here. Gets a big 6P. Doesn't get the ground bounce. Gets the shimmy on the throw. And Jorts fan, you have it at your back. But you do end up getting the trumpet though. The Afro does end up falling out of Faust. Look at this. PRCs the Renson to make it to where the Scarecrow doesn't matter as much.
What great awareness there to PRC out of your Renson to be able to catch that Scarecrow coming in.
Goes for the backdash on another Scarecrow, nullifying 2 PRCs. Oh, but look at this. We got conversions from the from Jorts fan, and makes themselves put a game on the board. The set is now 2-1.
Yeah, we can't end this that early. We need some more games here. Show off what these players are capable of.
Very scary stuff. They're doing such a great job here, making things competitive and down to the wire.
Oh, for sure. Every round, every game, you are just fighting with everything you have to get these. Just so that way you can carry on and continue to visit SqUish and Losers Finals.
Loading in to this game 4. No, this is game 4. This is game 4. I'm not going insane. Loading in here to this game 4, really trying to make these adjustments, make these small things change and run up Axel Bomber on round start.
Ah, you love to see the TK Bomber off of rip just to show them that they're here to play.
Uses the Scarecrow, and Jorts is starting to adapt to it again. Very reminiscent of the first set versus Temmie, but a little bit later, look at this Blue Wild Assault, able to get this pressure going. Goes for the 6H, gets the stagger, and look at this burst.
Jeez, this burst into back throw just doesn't even know who benefited from it more.
Oh, gets the big eat on the projectile and the wall stick. You love to see it managing the resource into Mad LLC. Goes on set point.
Great showing from being able to just finish off that round and having that item just in case you needed it.
Both of them running at each other, throwing caution to the wind, not wanting to control space at all. Goes for the scalpel pool to get through the tornado, but it just doesn't work out.
No, you gotta do something to be able to get in here if you're Mad LL. But what do you do when all your scarecrows are not getting called out?
Goes for the Scarecrow, but the rinse and pull in really makes things tough for Mad LLC, and look at how much health Jorts fan had.
Yeah, great showing on just keeping Mad LL full screen with these rinse-ins.
Very scary stuff. Gets the here comes the Scarecrow, getting a chance to work. Gets the meteor pool off the top, but it doesn't end up hitting him. Actually, the randomness of the elements gets the command throw, and it has the banana below. So even if you do block, things are looking great. Gets the wall breaking. Oh, Jorts fan, you're in bad spots here.
Ooh, early burst to keep the pressure up, and now with them going great tech on the air throw though, just to save your life.
Goes for the multi-hitting low, and the hammer ends up hitting Mad LLC. Mad LLC making one crazy run through losers, showing that it can be done. You can put yourself in a great situation, but SqUish coming down from winners, getting sniped out by Celphy. But man, Mad LLC showing how they've gotten here so far, getting these command grabs, making themselves safe, but SqUish able to get these bots out.
Yeah, very good that they had the mini Faust behind them just to make that whiff sniff savage. So it wasn't even that big of an issue.
It's a big low. Man, going crazy right now. Gets a big conversion, but this doesn't end up killing. You're on such low health if you're SqUish.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful now because you can get PRC crowed at any second.
Oh, the PRC Crow though doesn't end up working, doesn't end up being needed. Gets the fast low. Oh no! The snip ends up coming out in a situation that you might not want it. Gets a big counter hit 2D, and look at that damage just fall off.
Yeah, great usage to be able to capitalize on that missed opportunity by Mad LL.
Very scary here. Gets this stagger pressure, the very low 2Ks, able to eat an item in your face. Gets the meteor out and gets a big snip.
Oh, these meteors and items are just putting in so much work for Mad LL right now.
Oh wow! Gets the OTG off the Scarecrow and goes up in this Losers Finals 1-0. Just 2 games closer from getting to challenge Celphy in this Grand Finals.
I didn't even think that would kill. I saw that happen. I'm like, it's gonna whiff or anything, and then that just takes the game. Great close flash to finish it off.
very, very heads up play. Great stuff. You love to see it.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
All right, going into this game, gets a big low starter. Mattel LC doing a great job forcing out that burst, but ends up putting themselves into the corner.
And we saw a great media close slash there too, even to just catch the mash coming out from SqUish into a nice PRC air throw.
Big gold burst there. Didn't have to use it, but really wants to keep the pressure up in this round. The 6H, it's overhead and uses the gold burst to get a perfect.
Yeah, great stuff, even with our little bro Mini Faust there to help secure it in the end.
Gets the low knockdown into items on the screen, constantly setting stuff up. Has the banana on the ground, and it really matters here. Gets the big slip.
Yeah, good tap dust too to show off some more pressure in there and then get this conversion into the wall break.
Big conversion into the wall break from SqUish here. Really starting to make things happen. Health on the side of SqUish. Doesn't matter if you take a hit, you can take a risk. Gets a big conversion into the Elysium driver.
Very good stuff coming out from Jacko there to just to be aware to get that Elysium driver and off the round.
Big knockdown here, going for the mix. Gets another low hit, down bouncing. SqUish has to use the burst there.
Oh, you gotta burst there, otherwise you are going into Snip City right there, and you don't got enough money for those haircuts.
Couldn't agree more. Going very crazy right now. Uses the crow to get out of the corner. And SqUish, you're in a dangerous spot here, whether you have meter or not.
And that was so fast. I don't know what you're supposed to do against that. Just instant PRC crow into grab once again.
Oh, look at this though. The Scarecrow into the grab ends up nullifying the trumpets, and Mattel LC going up 2-0 right now.
Very convincing from that round. Just being able to lock SqUish down and just keep him in that snip mix.
I mean, there's only so much you can do from this kind of situation.
Yeah, it's brutal to have to deal with all this strike throw. It's very impressive, even just to watch. I can't imagine having to be dealing with this in game right now.
You know, but the SqUish though, showing their endurance for a set. Just because they're down doesn't mean they can't clutch up. They've had to do it before, especially versus Enti in that first round.
Oh, for sure. They were able to just close out that set very close, but still were able to in the end. They have what it takes to do so.
It's a big 6P, already burst coming out from both sides. Gets the hammer that ends up hitting SqUish out of their approach, but it doesn't end up mattering. Pushes themselves back, gets the horn, enforcing pressure, has meter on their side, gets big hits coming out, another big counter hit.
Oh, we're just seeing counter hit on counter hit here. Just trying to get out of this corner for Matelo, but it's looking very difficult to do so.
Pushes them back, gets the bomb explosion, gets another conversion off of a random item, but it doesn't end up working out. The bots end up coming out, but no Elysium driver to break the wall. This doesn't end up killing.
Now we're in a very sticky situation where it's last touch here.
Oh, look at the mini Faust, keeping Mattel LC's approach safe, but SqUish not caring, getting around on the board.
Yeah, great usage of the air movement to get around that. And just jump over Faust's option. Big mashes coming out from Mattel LC, not wanting to let SqUish get this pressure started, but man, it feels like these objects are working against Mattel right now. Look at these conversions from SqUish, able to push into the corner. Yeah, SqUish is doing a great job being able to maneuver around these items and use them to their own advantage and takes the game off of it.
Isn't this reminiscent of last time? After getting 2 games on the board against them. SqUish is able to take a game. Do we see the start of a comeback happening?
Oh, I certainly hope so. If nothing else, I just want to see more games.
Not gonna lie, I'd love to see more games myself.
Yeah, but unfortunately the bracket must go on. We do need a winner to go face Celphy up in grand finals.
Going into this next round, we have a very competitive set on our hands. Gets a big 6P, great anti-air, but SqUish able to burst out. Doesn't want to start this LC shenanigans and pressure, trying to run in, getting these bots set up. Gets the 2K 2D, but the Faust, the mini Faust makes them safe.
Oh, I can't blame them for bursting that early either. You do not want to be stuck in this Matador pressure with all these crows and items getting chucked at you.
Especially whenever you have this much meter on your side. The tap dust ends up working, sends the bot up flying, but also at the same time, since LC tries to reversal super in the pressure, but it doesn't work out.
Yeah, you just gave yourself a free haircut with that reversal there. Unfortunate on the side of SqUish.
But man, look at these blocks coming out from both players. Gets the 6P to stop anything that happens. The explosion ends up catching SqUish out of the situation. Bomb on field. Even if you try to go for pressure, it doesn't end up working out.
Great knowledge of the items from Faust, from Matador, just waiting patiently to see what SqUish will do with the bomb there.
Oh, look at this. The blue Wild Assault doesn't end up connecting. Very scary stuff if you're LC. You're now in the corner, even if you have Faust bots or not. SqUish has the burst on their side and gets the 50 meter. Has to throw the bot and can't break with the Elysium driver.
Very quick wall break there from SqUish. Just with all those minions piled up, you can just get so much damage off.
Below. Into the Elysium driver. Look at this! Left at 1 health though! Doesn't want to use bursting, ends up getting chipped out by the kick.
And I just need to see a little bit of FD to keep Metal in there just for at least a second more. But SqUish, taking the round.
SqUish really stopping LC from taking any position here. The 6P doesn't end up connecting, has to burst out, doesn't want to get put into a bad situation once again, but LC able to get some pressure started, gets the items out on the field, the mini Faust and the horn really making this pressure suffocating right now.
Oh, there's just so many things on the screen right now if you gotta deal with that. You gotta keep in mind that there's still a snip coming at you with a safe jump JD as well.
Yeah, gets the JD, really doesn't want to stop the, oh no! The 1 ton weight ends up affecting LC, and SqUish is able to get pressure started. Has the bot behind, the stagger pressure and the sandwich pressure really coming in clutch right now, but the backup 2P! No, but not able to get the kill, and the kick ends up sending us to a game 5 in this losers finals.
It's every time we see SqUish that these games and sets just go all the way to the end. Every round, it's just both ends are just fighting for these games.
Yeah, it's so nail-bitingly close. SqUish able to pull out this clutch factor in LC. What do you do now? You were up 2-0 at one point. Things were going so well.
Yeah, there's definitely gotta be something on the mental side there. Just maybe some nerves kicking in, because now you're in reverse sweep territory.
Very close games here. What do you do? How do you adapt? What do you change? We're gonna find out going into this game 5 of losers finals.
Great 6P run up just to catch out whatever SqUish was trying to do there.
Really great at controlling spacing. SqUish though doesn't have a burst, gets hit by the meaty, runs up for the grab, delays their pressure enough, and the mental stack is starting to really affect SqUish. The JD ignites the hair on fire, and look at this mix coming out from LC.
Yeah, even if Mattel is just doing great mix, SqUish is blocking so much of it. But even then, you gotta be aware that the snip is gonna be coming eventually.
Exactly, Taiga. The grabs are doing so much, and look at the fake out on the mix. Gets the jump on the 1-ton weight, and SqUish is stuck in guard crush. Uses the YRC to get out of a bad situation, but MadLLC has so much risk cranking on their side right now.
Oh, with the 2S, they're able to close out the round as well. Very good for MadLLC on set point.
Very, very scary. What do we do here? If you're SqUish, you start your pressure. You get into the corner. You have the bots on field. Gets the mix. Going into more pressure from SqUish though.
Great conversions into the super wall break here for SqUish.
Ooh, look at that damage though, just from one super. We're going so deep into this round. The YRC gets hit with the 2K2D. The 6H into the Wild Assault. Doesn't end up mattering for much. Tries to use the super inside of the minus frames and gets a free haircut from it.
Trying to call something out is my assumption there, but not paying off, unfortunately, for SqUish.
Oh, able to close in the gap. MadLLC is not out of this round yet. Gets a big knockdown. Uses the stored meteors. Gets a banana throw. It doesn't matter what happens. You're still safe there. Eats the banana. Gets some health up. Has the PRC on the Scarecrow. The banana makes you fall. You can't match there. And the horns are going to be on MadLLC's side. Has to give up pressure. But oh man, coming in closer. The 2K ends up sniping out for SqUish to get the round.
Oh, what a jump there to dodge the trumpet stampede coming your way.
Very scary stuff here. Going back and forth, and MadLLC is now on the back foot. So close to being out of this, but no, it's able to get out of the pressure. The JD forces him down. The throw on the run up, but has to give up the combo.
It was very lucky that MadLLC was able to pick up that trumpet beforehand, and now we're just getting sent to the corner with all this mix.
Look at the burst bait! Able to secure the Game 5 win! And they get the rematch with Celphy in Grand Finals.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Here we go. Our Grand Finals. Celphy making a tear through Loser's Run. Able to make it into here. But SqUish, while being eliminated in Winners Finals by Celphy, is able to climb back and get themselves the rematch. But look at this, the zoning game coming out so well from Celphy, seeing shades of what we saw in Winners Finals, but SqUish able to make a press on.
You know, I couldn't have said it better myself, Yukio. This is very much looking like what we saw previously, where it's just a bunch of teleporting from Testament, trying to control this neutral as best as they can.
Really great at using these buttons and controlling this neutral. Gets the 2K2D Grave Reaper and continues going in for more pressure and teleports that you were talking about, Taiga.
Yeah, great ability to dodge the grab and then end the round with an Elysian driver.
That killed? It's been doing a lot of damage today, but it hasn't killed from that kind of percentage. But Celphy, not phased, going in for more teleports, more neutral control, going for more zoning here, trying to establish his game plan.
Yeah, so far the game plan from SqUish, just trying to get in Celphy's face, is looking very effective in this round. Into another super wall break.
Look at that conversion to grit the wall break though. So much damage and builds the meter in the process.
Got our boats out there early, otherwise you're in Mixed City. Now we got not much meter on either side here, so you just gotta hold this all.
You gotta be playing straight defense here, and Celphy able to mash out, but SqUish able to get burst back on their side. Celphy able to get the 50 tension back again. The big normals able to control all this space. The burst comes out from SqUish in such low health that a bot will do it. Look at SqUish taking first game of Grands.
SqUish is looking really hot after that Losers Finals set that we just saw. Hopefully that's helped them propel into some good advantage going into this Grand Finals set.
We have word from Master Shake. Apparently SqUish has to go to work, so they're really trying their best to get this over quick with, but Celphy, a formidable opponent indeed, not wanting to give up this chance to win a gambit.
Oh, for sure. That just means we gotta see SqUish get some very quick games in if they need to leave soon.
The bots, though, coming out, tries to use the defense command, but it doesn't end up working out. Wow, doing their best here, going crazy with the zoning game plan.
Yeah, it's looking a lot better than it did in game 1. Able to keep SqUish guessing a lot more.
They're doing such a great job at making the spacing, and the pop ends up killing SqUish. Maybe tried to do something out of that situation, he just didn't block when the stain pop happened.
And sometimes you just slips your mind that it just does that follow-up attack, and that costs him the round.
Oh, goes for the low, gets a big counter hit. We're gonna get some 2H loops here. Goes into the super big damage on the side. Look at all that health falling off in droves, Taiga.
I have never seen a Testament do that much damage in one combo before. That is insanity.
And the Crow ends up sealing out the round. If SqUish has to go to work, then man, Celphy is making it hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult here. Because Celphy's not just gonna give this up for free. You gotta work very hard for this.
Gonna have to take some paid time off or something, I don't know. The Gambit's really making you push hard here.
Yeah, text your boss between rounds real quick. Just tell me you're gonna be a little late.
Tell me you're gonna be a little late. Got some glory to claim at the Get Good Gambit. Big projectiles coming out here from Celphy, just stopping the push in, gets the teleport behind and forces out the burst. You know, Celphy doing great with this mix and just absolutely going ham. Has to use the burst, doesn't want to get caught up in this SqUish mix.
Yeah, Celphy is just doing such an incredible job at keeping SqUish out and guessing, because there's so many teleports every other second, it feels like.
What great awareness from Celphy, able to take this round here off of the stain pop from the low, but that's not the game yet. Big 2D coming out from SqUish. Man, they're really pushing to try and win this game.
Oh, of course, they really need to win this game in order to keep their momentum going.
Oh, calls out the jump in the air. The Arbiter sign catches SqUish blocking low in the corner. The stain pop doesn't end up happening. The 2K2D into the set has the teleport behind SqUish, but this might not end up killing.
The Arbiter sign just to finish it off. Just so much pressure and just having to keep guessing between high and low. It's just proving very difficult for SqUish to be able to do in these high pressure situations.
Very scary. Ends up getting this low into the Arbiter. Goes for the mix again. The backdash just doesn't end up working. Going into this game, Celphy's up 2-1. SqUish is on the heels of defeat, but can maybe pull it back.
Yeah, we need to just... I don't know what SqUish needs to do to be able to come back in this game 4.
I mean, it's almost like a mirror of what happened in our winners finals. Celphy is just able to get this pressure started and play such great defense, uses the teleport to get right underneath SqUish, so the normals whiff, and SqUish has to burst out.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that you got a burst, but you just get teleported onto another counter hit, and these teleports are putting in so much work.
So scary here. If you're SqUish getting put in this corner, the mix is happening. Backdashes the Crow, but the 2H ends up coming out. Celphy is on tournament point.
Big round start, able to snipe out the air option from SqUish, and then Wild Assault to continue. SqUish just unable to press many buttons right now.
Big 5K setup here. Celphy able to jump back, use this JS, control the spacing, YRC to keep your pressure going, uses the deflect shield, but it doesn't end up working out. We're gonna get a big conversion into the corner, uses the super to continue the combo, and we're gonna get a lot of damage here, Taiga.
Oh, this is looking like it's about to come down to our last touch situation, and you got great Hoki too.
Oh, here we go. A big counter hit from SqUish. Oh, tries to use the super and wins the tournament. Celphy has been crowned the queen of Get Good Gambit number 6. Very great time, everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming. This is Yukio with the Get Good Gambit, and this is Taiga.
All right, thanks for coming, everyone. Take care.
Take care.